Me and you, we got a lot to figure out, yeah. You say you wanna settle down, yeah, but my brain can take another round, yeah. Out of bounds, out of context, feel the process for whatever comes next. I might let you win again, and our story might never end. The heart is always hard to give away, give it away, yeah. But you decided you don't wanna stay. That's what you said last summer, yeah. We're going round again. You're telling all your friends that we're over it, and now you're back. I don't know what to say. No, I don't know what to.
You don't know what to say. I'll give you an idea. Calling me up when you need your favorite feature. About you, everybody on my case now. I know you still love me from the top down. The heart is always hard to give away. If you decide then you would wanna stay, we won't repeat the same mistakes, and I won't be the one to walk away. The heart is always hard to give away. You decide that you would wanna stay.
That's what you said last summer, yeah. We're going round again. You're telling all your friends that we're over it, and now you're back. I don't know what to say. No, I don't know what to
Say.
Hey, stay calm.
Yeah. Tell him this yeah, my time it is now. Nobody stops me taking the crown. I did a lot, they changing the style to do what I did. They making me proud. I'm young and I'm free. I go to luck to achieve. They wanna stop and leave, but people are looking at me. It couldn't be. Better believe. This my moment. I said it's my moment. I came here to own it. Man, it's my moment. Man, it's my. I said it's my moment to shine. I used to take it a day at a time. I used to wait, but I'm making it mine. Was at the bottom, but able to climb. And look how I rise up. At the top, you gon' find us looking refined, not how you define us. Can this beat get a moment of silence? This time I'm fired up. I give it my all. I said my moment is now. No laying around. I put my stick in the ground. Just so you know, ain't no mistaking it now. Forget what you make of it. Got my eye on the prize, I'm taking it. Got the fire inside, ain't shaking it. And I'm turning the tide, ain't changing it. I'm the main event. This my moment. I said it's my moment. I came here to own it. Man, it's my moment. Man, it's my. I said it's my. Yeah, how do I sound with it when I hit the ground? 100-mile finish. My moment now ain't no mouse in us. I'm on the prowl and my style fitted. My time, give me high fives. Get a picture of the wise guy. What's a wave to a high tide? Never stop when you my size. Man, it's my. I said it's my moment. I said it's my moment. I came here to own it. Man, it's my moment. Man, it's my. I said it's my moment.
Patting a pinata cause you just got hurt. I kinda feel bad, but there's candy in the dirt. Digging up my sunshine, taking the heat. Got me running on the feeling in the pocket full of sweets. Ooh, can't stop me now. I'm a
stop. Got a real good feeling, so drip till you drop. Don't stop, don't stop.
Sipping on coladas and I feel just fine. Colder than Canada, flying higher than a kite. Supercalifragilistic, catching the dust. Now I'm crushing on your kick drum, pop it till it cuts.
Ooh, can't stop me now. I'm a black cat, can't burn me out. There's no need for fancy tricks if I just keep on moving. Every night and day I am getting closer with each little step of the way. Hey, 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 each little step of the way. Hey, each little step of the way. Moving forward, keeping onward, going strong. All the dreamers, come and join me in this song. If you set your mind to it, you can do it, you can do it, you can reach it, you can reach it. If I just keep on moving, every night and day I am getting closer with each little step of the way. Hey, each little step of the way. Hey, each little step of the way. Each little step of the way.
Good morning and welcome back to the Summoners World Arena Championship 2023. My name is Sean B and today I'll be with you guys for the matches of Group C prelim for the APAC region day 2. Today is the loser bracket for all the players who didn't manage to get their victory yesterday. There was only one winner yesterday and he is now sitting waiting in the APAC Regional Cup. His name is Kami-chan. And all the players in this group, Group C, the Japanese group, will be now battling for the second ticket to the APAC Regional Cup. And it's going to be a bloodbath today because there is going to be no second chance today. Every loss today will be the final loss. They'll be out of Summoners World Arena Championship 2023. So it's going to be very intense, very exciting. And those who lost at their very first match yesterday, if they want to come back today, they will have to win from the bottom of the loser bracket. So it's going to be very intense. On the other hand, the one that lost in the final yesterday, Takuzo, will be waiting at the final of the loser bracket. He'll be the final boss today. If you want to come back from the very bottom, you have to beat everybody and the final boss, Takuzo. But for Takuzo, he only have to play one match, I should say, a best of 5 at the very, very final. So it's going to be exciting. Let's take a look at the info. Once again, this will be the information for the Summoners World Arena Championship 2023 going from August 5th to November 4th. We are about 1/3 of the way done. We are finishing our APAC qualifier, moving into the APAC Regional Cup. So for the APAC qualifier, the prelim round lasting from August 12th to September 10th. And every group will have their own double elimination. And now is Group C. Next week, we'll have Group D, the final group for this region. And the criteria for all these players, they were all World Arena Season 24 and 25 top ranker in each of their own region. So we have all the strongest players representing all different countries in Asia Pacific. And remember, this SWC 2023, there's a special event that requires you to watch the live stream and participate in the prediction event to get the SWC 2023 special currency, the SWC 2023 emblem, to exchange for various rewards. So here is the bracket for today. For the first round, we have MATSU against ETOWARU, Good Sun against ZUTTOMAYO. And OSSERU and KANITAMA will be waiting for the respective winner for the first round in the second round. And then we will have a third round between the two winners, and that winner will go to the last round facing the final boss, Takuzo, at the very end. It's going to be a long day, but it's going to be a long, exciting day between some of the best Japanese players in Summoners War. So, what are you waiting for? If you just joined the stream, welcome in. Can't wait to see you guys here and much appreciate you guys watching. I know for a lot of you guys, it's going to be very, very late today, but don't worry. I'll keep you awake. I'll try my best, okay? I'll try to keep all the matches exciting and fun to watch. And the first one is about to start really, really soon. So go grab your water, go grab your snack, and sit down, relax, because the first match is going to be awesome. We have one of the strongest player in the game, SWC veteran, the prediction for many, many players in the very first round. So is he going to redeem himself like some other veteran in the other bracket, or will he fall in the prelim? Let's find out. MATSU. So MATSU career, I think it is kind of shortened. SWC 2023, 2022 APAC prelim. He stopped last year at the prelim. Is he going to stop this year at the prelim as well? But MATSU is no stranger to World Arena Championship because he's been here many, many years ago. And he is one of the strongest players in this entire game. Look at that season 24 ranking. He was ranked 8th in the entire world. It shows his box, his rune, his drafting. They are all crazy. But he just needs a little bit extra luck in today's matches. How about ETOWARU? He also stopped in the APAC prelim last year Is he going to stop in the prelim this year as well? We have the battle of two of the strongest players in the game in the Japanese region. But in season 25, he was ranked 90. So if you look at the ranking, MATSU is ranked way higher than ETOWARU. But that doesn't mean anything in SWC 2023. We have seen the top 5, top 3 player in the world get absolutely dominated by someone that you have never seen before. So anything can happen in the SWC 2023. So the first match is about to start really soon. Let's get excited. Let's cheer for your favorite player in the chat. I see you guys over there. I know you voted for MATSU because I did as well. So I'll be a little bit biased, just a little bit, okay? Still gonna keep this casting neutral because ETOWARU is a strong player as well, but just a tiny bit biased. Alright guys, the first game is about to start. The pre-ban is happening. What is going to be the pre-ban this time? It will be Oliver and Yon Hong for these two players. So the turn 1 is severely weakened for both players because these two units are really strong in the first turn. Look at that. ETOWARU best rank in RTA is rank 12. That is crazy. First pick for ETOWARU. Let's see what is he gonna go for. Is he gonna go for a turn 1 more Chung Pang kind of round, or is he gonna first pick a Shizuka to keep his plan a little bit hidden? Or are we seeing Mouse Rakuni once again today? Potentially. It's gonna be Jemiah, a very strong first pick right here, and it doesn't really tell what you are going for. You can go for a strong turn 2 with the Jemiah reset, some big AoE skill, or you can still go for the turn 1 with the speed lead that he can provide. And MATSU is gonna go for the Mouse Rakuni first pick, not hiding his plan at all. He's gonna lock in the strongest duo, one of the combo that haunt you, the watcher at home, in your nightmare as well, because you see this combo from the lowest rank of RTA to the highest rank of RTA. Mouse Rakuni. So what is gonna be the answer coming from ETOWARU? It's going to be Tessarian to shut down the passive of Mouse and Rakuni, and Shizuka to make sure that everyone can enjoy a little bit of Oblivion as well. And with the reset of Jemiah, Shizuka's skill become even stronger. And today, we have a new addition to SWC 2023. We have the stats of Shizuka, and look like her win rate is a little bit suffering. One of the strongest units in Summoner's War. But in competitive environment, it seems that her win rate is not exactly the most amazing. We have over there Praha for the strip and Lima for the strip, and also each one of them can provide their own protection for the team, with Lima healing and Lima invincibility and immunity, and Praha with the heal and the speed buff. And remember, Mouse with speed buff can do extremely crazy damage as well. But also, Shizuka can steal all of that goodness for herself. ETOWARU locking in the Laura for the defense and the speed buff, potentially AoE stun as well, and Oberon to one-shot that pesky Rakuni over there. One of the easiest way to deal with Mouse Rakuni is to destroy them instantly in the first turn with ignore defense damage. And that is exactly what ETOWARU is going for. So what is going to be the response? Is he banning the... Oh, he's locking in a turn 1 reset unit as well. Looking like it might be a Jemiah ban so that the segment can potentially reset this Oberon so that he can't do any harm to his team. It's going to be a Jemiah ban and a Lima ban. MATSU will lose his invincibility and immunity, and ETOWARU will no longer have the ability to fight against the segment reset. But Jemiah may not be the biggest enemy of segment. It is the RNG above that is the biggest enemy of segment. The 15% resistance that can happen to the best of us in Summoners. Or if she lands the reset, she's a great unit. If she doesn't, then she just lost a turn doing absolutely nothing. Here we go, guys. First game between MATSU and ETOWARU. APAC Prelim Group C Day 2 is about to start with the segment reset. Who is it going to be on? It's going to be on the Oberon, and she get it done. She fulfill her sole purpose in this game in the first turn, taking away ETOWARU's biggest damage dealer, and Mao's gonna be there to finish him off as well. Even with the Nemesis rune, he's gaining all the attack bar, but he can't really do anything at this point without his skill 3. Which means he's gonna go down very, very soon despite any form protection coming out from ETOWARU and his entire team. But maybe the sole protection is gonna be... Nope. Here comes Rakuni with a classic turn 2 boost into the mouse, finishing the enemy target. And that's gonna be the boost into the kill. And remember, Shizuka was nerfed in the previous balance patch. Oh, he's not gonna finish off the Oberon, but it's gonna go for the Laura instead, because Praha is gonna be here to finish off the Oberon, taking the Oberon down together with all the buff on the enemy team as well. But if she used the strip early, Shizuka can provide the buff for the team and protect the team with immunity and defense as well. Okay, will she do it? I'm pretty sure she will, because she needs that protection and also the defense break on the entire enemy team. And now the segment cannot provide a debuff for the enemy team. And here comes the Laura with the AoE stun and the slow debuff. Got 2 targets, but missing the mouse on Rakuni. And here comes the strip coming out from the mouse. Get it done on the Thessarian, but could not do any damage or stun him. And here comes the Thessarian going for the Oblivion potentially onto the Rakuni or the mouse to lock down his damage. It's gonna be the mouse. Missed the Oblivion getting resisted, which means mouse will keep his speed and also the damage. Putting Oblivion on the mouse is actually a pretty good thing, because his main damage is coming out from his passive, and Shizuka will choose to revive Oberon, because when Oberon can reset Shizuka or Laura's skill, he's gonna go for the reset on the Laura so that Laura can provide even more protection and control for the team. Laura will go for skill 2, skill 3. Which one is she gonna go for? She's gonna go for the skill 2 and get the stun, get the violent proc as well, providing another layer of defense buff and speed buff for the team. And slowing down the mouse is very effective because his damage is mainly coming from his speed. So it's only doing 5,000 damage at this point, and that's not going to be enough to take out the Laura. And Shizuka is getting a violent proc as well. Thessarian with speed buff will do very, very good damage, especially on this Rakuni. No, it's going to go for the Oblivion on the mouse, and that will be fixed instantly by the Rakuni violent proc. But Laura's skill 1 is one of the strongest skills in the game because she can potentially sleep you. No sleep, no violent proc for Laura, but Thessarian with the speed will lap the enemy and have skill 2 available. Going for the kill on the segment, get the kill. Segment is down, but the mouse with no Oblivion on him is going to do a lot of damage on the enemy here. And he will go for the finishing move on the Laura. But Shizuka has the revive available, and she's going to revive the Laura with skill 2 as well, and that's going to stun the Pride and slow out of Rakuni. But Rakuni has skill 2 available, and that's going to boost the turn of the Praha, healing the team back to full and provide speed buff for the mouse as well. ETOWARU is under a lot of trouble here because MATSU team is back to full HP, together with this mouse getting speed buff doing 12,000 damage on the Shizuka. Shizuka will soon get a turn, and she has skill 3 available, but can she have the opportunity to take that turn? Because Mao is gonna cut in between. Pra's gonna take a turn as well, and the Shizuka is gonna go down, and MATSU will take the first game. A lot of back and forth between these two players. Maybe there was some misplay right there by ETOWARU, not finishing off any target early on, letting the mouse Rakuni Pra to heal up in that crucial moment, allowing the team to come back from a lot of debuff from the enemy. Maybe he could have gone for the kill somewhere because the Thessarian got so many turns with the speed buff, but he chose to not really kill anyone at all and keep the Oblivion on the mouse. But Rakuni took away the Oblivion so quickly that meant absolutely nothing. And now we'll be going on to game 2 between MATSU and ETOWARU. And remember guys, if ETOWARU lose today, it is over for him in SWC 2023, and MATSU will finally have a chance to come back in the loser bracket. He's my prediction, guys, just saying. But I'm sure some of you guys out there voted for ETOWARU. So cheer for him as well because he needs your support. Maybe he's watching the live stream right now, and the moment you cheer for him, he will receive the power of friendship, okay? And that, if I know something about about the power of friendship, it is the strongest power of them all. Round 2 between ETOWARU and MATSU. What is going to be the pre-ban this time? I smell a Laura pre-ban. And that's going to be Laura and Oliver. We won't be seeing Oliver today, but I'm pretty sure we'll be seeing more Miles Rakuni. First pick for MATSU. Is he going to take the Shizuka away from ETOWARU? Would be the Shizuka first pick? Or is he going to go for the... It's going to be the Shizuka first pick for MATSU. So ETOWARU, will you go for the Sekhmet and Praha or Sekhmet Cigar to counter the Shizuka, locking her down with a full reset? It's gonna be the it's gonna be the switch of draft between these two players. One of them will take Miles Rakuni, the other will take Shizuka. And I wonder if MATSU has prepared anything special for the Miles Rakuni combo. Is he going to lock in the Jamaya into an AoE heavy draft? He's going to go for the Thessalian and the Praha this time, taking the healer and having the Oblivion for the enemy passive. But will he make the same mistake and not killing the Rakuni early, letting Rakuni roam free and heal the entire team, cleansing all the Oblivion that he will try to put on the enemy? Meanwhile, ETOWARU is waiting for another draft here. What will he go for? He needs to shut down the Shizuka. Will he go for a strip reset unit? It's going to be an Ethna for defense break damage and a Gianna for the strip stun. But remember, strip stun is really, really strong, but a violent proc out of stun is also very, very scary. And without any cooldown reset unit, ETOWARU is risking everything on controlling the Shizuka with only a stun debuff. And we know in 2023, a stun debuff is not going to be enough. Lima's going to be here to cleanse the potential stun, and Jamaya be here to cleanse all the stun as well. We have two cleanser on the field for MATSU, and any one of them can proc out a violent and cleanse all the stun that ETOWARU can do. And if his last pick is going to be a Cigar or Chungpung or Gani, it might be a little bit too late. And remember, you can't even reset Jamaya skill 3. That skill is irresettable, which means Jamaya is one of the scariest candidates for the violent into the cleanse. And last pick is going to be the Juno to deal with all the buff coming out from the Shizuka and Lima and all the debuff coming out from the Shizuka as well. So it might be a Juno ban, it might be a Shizuka ban here. It's gonna be a Jamaya ban and an Ethna ban, so no defense break for ETOWARU, no irresistible, but there's no reset unit anyway, no crazy violent proc into a full team reset of Jamaya at this point. Without defense break, can ETOWARU do enough damage to deal with MATSU, because he does have a lot of healing and protection on the entire team? Here we go, guys. First one belongs Gianna, but the Lima is off wheel for this exact purpose, because you can't stun a unit that is not on wheel with Gianna, and that means the Lima can potentially cleanse the entire team unless the mouse can stop her. And here we go, the stun is ready, and that will not stun the Lima, but the Rakuni can boost the mouse turn and push back the Lima attack bar so that she cannot cleanse the entire team before they take a turn. Not gonna do that, but Praha is gonna be the first one violent proccing out of the stun, and she has the damage available. Not gonna use her healing just yet, I think. Gonna do some damage on that mouse. And Lima has the cleanse available. I don't think she want to eat that bomb damage. She's gonna put on the cleanse, and she's gonna let the Juno strip that because she has another buffer that is going to be Shizuka. Oblivion will miss on the Rakuni, but the defense break will stay, and potentially that will allow the team to follow up with damage, but that will stop Shizuka from providing AoE Oblivion on the enemy team. So I think she's gonna save her skill 3 for another turn. Shizuka's gonna go for the skill 2 for the cool time down effect for the Lima, allowing her to cleanse even sooner. Mouse getting his violent proc here, having the strip stun available. Potentially gonna go for getting the strip stun on the Thessalian, That is very important because Thessarian at this point is the main damage dealer of MATSU, and also he needs the Oblivion on the enemy team really bad. There are 3 annoying passive on the enemy team here. Each one of them can be very dangerous. But maybe the most dangerous of them all would be the Gianna at this point because her bomb damage is also quite a problem. But remember, bomb is on the field. The moment this Thessarian can land Oblivion on the enemy team, Shizuka can even land bomb on that Juno. Shizuka having skill 3 available, but probably not gonna throw it out just yet. You want the Oblivion. You want more debuff on the enemy, but she's gonna throw it out. Bomb on 3 target, but miss every single debuff on Rakuni, which is understandable. It's Rakuni. But remember, the speed buff on the Thessarian is ready, which means he can really do some work on this Rakuni if he manages to get a turn. Mao's gonna get a Violent Pro out of stun, but doesn't have the skill 2 available to stop the Thessarian like last time. And Shizuka is gonna take a turn. This speed buff is allowing MATSU team to go really quickly against ETOWARU, but could not take the attack by the Juno down, with which she can strip all this buff into dot damage. Is she gonna do it? She is gonna do it. Oh my god, look at the amount of continuous damage on the side of MATSU. But remember, Lima will have a cleanse available very soon here. So all this continuous damage might not mean anything unless the Juno go for the stun on the Lima. Can she get it done? She's looking for it. No, she's gonna go for the Thessarian instead. Look at that dot damage. Thessarian HP is halfway down. But Lima, with the cleanse available, gonna take away all the dots and provide continuous healing for the team. But the Mao's gonna get the strip. No damage on Thessarian, but get all the buff off him. The Gianna missed every single debuff on the Thessarian at this point. Thessarian might go down very soon here, unless the Praha get a heal in between. Can she do it? Oh, here comes the soul protection on the Thessarian, and no boosting from Rakuni to let that mouse take that turn for the strip. Rakuni get a violent prop and bring down Thessarian first life. Thessarian's gonna have the opportunity to do some damage here before he go down to the mouse damage. And he chooses to go for the skill 2 onto the Juno. Almost there. Will get a violent prop to take down the Juno in a single moment. Oh my god, that damage from the Thessarian was crazy. And without Juno, oh, the Praha is going to get a Violent Pro as well. And now Thessarian is back to full HP with the speed buff as well, which means next turn when he tank, he's going to do a lot of damage on ETOWARU's unit. That is not looking good for ETOWARU at all. With 2 single Violent Pro, MATSU has turned the table around, and he is the one leading the charge at this point with all 4 units still on the field and everyone having their skill ready almost. Praha looking for a target and doing some massive damage to Gianna because right now attack is up by 30%, which means this Thessarian can really hurt. But the mouse also hurting this Thessarian, and Gianna is gonna do the finishing move here. Thessarian's gonna be going down, but the 2 Oracle on MATSU's side is doing some massive damage on this Gianna at the same time. If this Shizuka get that juicy Violent Pro, it might be over. No Violent Pro for Shizuka. Mouse getting a turn. Stun the Shizuka. Get the Violent Pro for himself. And doing massive damage on the Shizuka. And the Rakuni can boost this Mouse to go once again, doing even more damage on the Shizuka. Shizuka, if she can take a turn, she has skill 3 available. And that will turn the entire field around once again. Gianna having the bomb ready. But remember, the cleanse coming out from the Lima is ready as well, and she has the cleanse available, and she's gonna wake up the Shizuka. Praha will have skill 3 next turn, but his mouse, can he finish off the... he gets the strip stun, but Shizuka's gonna proc out of the stun, because as I said earlier, stun is only 1 turn, but violent proc is many turns. And right now, everyone in ETOWARU is suffering from bomb and oblivion. And here comes the damage from the Praha, finishing off the Gianna. Bomb detonated, doing some damage on the Rakuni. Not enough, but the Shizuka will potentially revive the Thessarian to finish off the Rakuni as well. That's going to be the revive on the Thessarian. He's ready with the skill 1. How much can he hit for? Only 6,000 damage. Not enough, but Praha is not going to do enough damage to finish off the Rakuni. But how can this Rakuni withstand this amount of damage coming out from 3 different units? And GG! MATSU is gonna take game 2. He came out swinging in the losers bracket. Incredible performance coming out from MATSU here. Not only he mastered the mouse Rakuni combo, he also mastered how to destroy the mouse Rakuni combo. My prediction is moving in, guys. I have hope. Some of you guys are really huffing on that hope as well. He's going through. He's going to the round 2. And that was the first round of the loser bracket. A clean 2-0 coming out from MATSU, the SWC2023 veteran, one of the strongest players in the game. And he is coming out of this loser bracket swinging, okay? And not only he show us, this is how you use Mouse Rakuni, this is how you defeat Mouse Rakuni. Man, if only right here did the Siren go for the kill on Rakuni, this could have been an entirely different game. He let that Rakuni stay around for far too long. And here is the crushing moment. Oh my god. That full team heal is too devastating. This is just like the battle of the sister. Look at that. Without Ciara. Ciara is just the forgotten sister. Look at the 4 Oracle battling out on the screen. One of the oldest family in Summoner's War and still relevant till today. Without Ciara. Poor Ciara. Nobody remember about her. Such a great unit though. Man, look at that heal. Oh my god. And then the sun's back to full HP and then he's dead. Poor Gianna. This first battle really felt like, personally to me, it's like a battle between a teacher and a student. He went with Mouse Rakuni. The other person went with Shizuka Tessarian. And then they swapped the draft. The guy went with Shizuka Tessarian and a speed buffer. And the other guy went with Mouse Rakuni. And then MATSU was just like, this is how you do it. This is how you're going to fight against it. If you put more than enough debuff on Rakuni, you're going to be okay. And Oblivion that Rakuni is very, very important as well. And also bring some protection. Can't be fighting Mouse Rakuni without a Praha for healing and some sort of cleansing coming out from the Lima was really helping the team as well. Even though there was so many buff on the field, the Mouse couldn't do enough damage to bring them down. I think the invincibility really, really helped right there because the Mouse can strip, but then he couldn't do damage because he had to strip the invincibility first. So if he's lucky, he get the stun, but he couldn't do any damage. And now, let's go to game 2 of the first round. In this round, we have the first player Good Son, a new challenger in SWC 2023, going in with a bruiser lineup, something that you rarely see nowadays in top rank. We see a lot of damage control team, and once in a while, we spot a WoW turn 2 player. And I can't wait to see what he's going to bring to the table today. But on the other hand, we have ZUTTOMAYO, a very standard Oliver turn 1 player, but he's also rocking that first pick Molong potentially. And I can't wait to see if he's going to bring Molong back into the meta, because we haven't seen Molong in a while due to how popular Mouse is as an ignore defense damage dealer. Mouse just feel like a Molong without any drawback. Molong's skill is reckless assault. Mouse is just assault. He's like fast assault because he's just so fast, even with the together with the Rakuni speed bump. Alright guys, round 2 of round 1 is about to start between Good Son and ZUTTOMAYO. Here we go, guys. Let's take a look at the pre-ban. It's going to be Tian Lang and a Julian, one of the units that can counter 90% of attack bar manipulation thing in the meta, and one of the hardest to kill bruiser in the game right now, Julian. First pick for ZUTTOMAYO is going to be Carnal. It seems like if you're fighting a bruiser player, you're going to steal their Carnal straight up. And that's what ZUTTOMAYO is going to do. But Good Son is going to take the segment and the Shizuka for his draft. Very open-ended draft right here, because one of them being one of the most versatile units in the game, and segment is always great to pick nowadays because there are so many things you can strip reset in the first turn, and it's all going to make sense. Oh, I love the Molong getting picked up from ZUTTOMAYO and the Juno to counter the Shizuka as well. It's been a while, guys. It's been a while that I get to see a Molong. Camilla getting picked up in this draft because there's no win unit just yet, and Camilla is a great threat against these enemies. Especially slowing down the Molong on the Carnal will take away a lot of their momentum. And the Kinky is getting picked up by Good Son as well. I'm not exactly sure about the Kinky here because Molong can easily kill a Kinky in the very first couple of turns, and Kinky is not exactly going to be a great threat early on, but in the late game in this position, maybe Kinky is going to be very, very hard to deal with if you don't manage to kill it early. And ZUTTOMAYO is going to pick up the Wusa and the Dominic, a forgotten unit in RTA since his nerf in the balance pad, because it is very hard to ruin a hard-hitting Dominic that is fast and tanky at the same time. But in this position, where you don't have to worry about any turn 1 strip, reset, pushback, none of that stuff, then Dominic can be a very scary unit and especially good against the Camilla. Last pick for Good Son is going to be the Thessarian to deal with the Juno passive and the Dominic passive. But I'm not too sure about the Thessarian because you kind of have to ban the Wusa to make it work. And that's going to be the Wusa ban and the segment ban. The Thessarian might be very effective here because there's no more protection for the other team. First turn will belong to the Dominic, and it is speed tuned perfectly to have a follow-up coming out from the Molong. Is he going to be able to take down the Shizuka? Oh, that is not a whole lot of damage, and the artifact will not save the Shizuka. Shizuka is going to go down the first turn, and Juno is going to get a Despair Stun on the Kinky as well. But the Sun's going to set up the defense break and the Oblivion, and Camilla may go for the kill here. Is she going to do it? That's going to be risky because of the difference in element. She is going to go for the freeze and the slow on the Molong. Get the freeze. No slow though. And the Carno is going to drop some heat on the enemy, slowing down the Thessarian and keeping the Kinky locked down with a skill 2. Attack by pushback. Here comes the provoke on the... Oh my god, this Carno is going 3-4 turns in a row with this. And he just have every single skill of him back in this matter of a couple turns. And the Kinky is still locked down. The Tessarian is now stunned by another Despair stun. Camilla will have to carry the entire team on her back, and that is not going to be an easy feat. Carno having the skill again. How did he do it? He has skill 3 available, going for, but no stun this time on any of the enemy unit. Dominic's going to go for the damage on the Tessarian, but not going to be a whole lot because of the Oblivion. And the Molong eating the defense break coming out from the Kinky might be a good opportunity for Camilla to finish him off, and that's going to be it. Molong's going to go down to the Camilla. Camilla looking for the next target with a violent proc here, and that is going to be the Carno, but cannot get the increased cooldown. The Tessarian is going to be the focus of the enemy team here because of his passive. Kinky cannot get a proper turn just yet. Carno have skill 2 available. Gonna go straight into the Tessarian, get another violent proc for himself. Have the provoke ready. Might go for the Kinky. No, could not get the provoke and eat the defense perk in return. This Kinky is proving to be very useful without taking any real turn so far. And finally, another defense break for the Camilla. And that's going to be a lot of damage from the Carno. Half HP down with the slow and the defense and the freeze. Oh, that's not a whole lot of damage from the Kinky though. Cannot take out the Carno just yet. And the Dominic's going to finish off the Tessarian right here. Camilla is going to be the main damage dealer. Oh, could not take the Carno down. 1 HP. But the Kinky is so effective at dealing these defense break everywhere. And he's going to be the one taking down the Carno here. Or maybe he's going to save it for later. He's going to go straight to Dominic for the defense break as well. He is going to go and get a Despair stun on the Dominic at the same time. Camilla is going to use the Carno as a stepping stone to do even more damage on the entire enemy team here with the defense break. Oh my god, more defense break set up on the Juno too. And here comes the damage and a big crit on the Dominic as well. Camilla against Juno. And that is the perfect position for Good Sun to be in because Camilla is perfect against Juno. She doesn't have any debuff in the skill 1 and she can heal herself every single turn. And because Juno can crit every single turn, even if Juno can stun the Camilla, the stun will be cleansed instantly. Camilla going in, taking down the Juno, and there's nothing that ZUTTOMAYO can do about it. And that is GG. Good Sun. Impeccable drafting with the Kinky providing defense break for Camilla to destroy the entire enemy team. GG! Oh my god, that Camilla! She was handing damage to everybody on the enemy team, one by one, going down to the Camilla with the support from the Kinky. The Kinky took like 2 turns the entire game, but every single defense break coming out from him was so effective. Will Good Sun keep up this performance against ZUTTOMAYO? Absolutely countering him. ZUTTOMAYO trying to counter Good Sun Bruiser draft with some ignored defense damage, but that was not good enough. Will he switch back to a control team, or will he stay with the Molong Dominic strat? Man, that is so great to see, guys. Some different style, and even we are watching 2 bruiser player battling it out. It is not gonna be like a snooze fest, right? It was actually exciting with so much damage back and forth. Round 2 between Good Sun and ZUTTOMAYO. What is gonna be the pre-ban here for this round? Is it going to be the Carno and potentially it's going to be the Carno and the Wedge at pre-ban? If you can't pick Carno, the enemy will not be able to pick Carno as well. No Wedge at for ZUTTOMAYO. A very, very strong unit into a Bruiser draft thanks to his attack bar boosting passive. Good Sun, what is going to be your first pick with down your Carno? Are you going to take the segment early, or are you still going to go for the Shizuka first pick? He's thinking about it. That is going to be a Nana first pick, which means he's leading in with more damage dealer to utilize the Nana passive here. So seeing this, ZUTTOMAYO is going to go for the turn 1 classic more Chungpung first 2 pick. And that's going to be potentially the Win Omiyonji coming out from Good Sun and potentially a Juno as well. It's going to be the Gyo getting second pick here, but he needs a damage dealer. Oh, he's going to go for the Heigang instead to get some sort of attack bar going for him against the enemy strip. And the Molong getting picked up for some true damage, and Tianlang's going to be there to really abuse the attack bar gaining mechanic of the Win Omiyonji to gain some attack bar for himself. Kinky getting picked up here for some revenge damage and defense break. We saw how good that unit was against the AoE damage coming out from ZUTTOMAYO last round. And last pick's gonna be a great bruiser unit once again, maybe a Monkey King. It's gonna be the Camilla once again, so we might see ZUTTOMAYO going for some strong win unit like a Charlotte, a Cigar. No, it's gonna be a Kiki for heavy true damage and also just a ton of debuff. This unit is very underrated in my opinion because of how crazy she can be with a simple proc in between, because she can land not 1, not 2, but 10 of debuff on the enemy instantly, and that's gonna be the ban. Kinky's gonna get banned as well, but without any healing, ZUTTOMAYO might be in danger because his Molong might need some healing, and if the combo fail in the first turn, Good Sun is in a very good position. He's gonna get the attack lead for the Camilla and the Nana as well. That Camilla's about to do some real good damage. Here we go, guys. The strip's gonna stun the Gyo in the first turn, followed by more stun coming out from the Tianlang. And here comes the damage from the Molong. How fast is that Molong? Oh my god. The Molong coming in with the damage on the Gyo, and Chungpung's gonna be able to be the last follow-up and push back everybody and get a Despair Stun. But that's gonna crit on the Camilla, so Camilla's gonna self-cleanse herself out of the Despair Stun. Good Sun is in a lot of trouble here. The pressure coming out from ZUTTOMAYO is way too much for any unit on Good Sun team to handle. But here comes the revenge finally. That's going to be the Despair Stun on team. But the Chungpung's going to return fire with defense break and Despair Stun of his own. And the Nana looks like she's going to go down anytime now to just the basic attack of the Panda. And there's no defense available for the Nana because of the Chungpung skill reset. And Nana is going to go down as well. Camilla once again is the last one standing, and she has to be the sole carry of this team. But her damage is limited without defense break, and she's not proccing like crazy this time around. And she will be the literally last standing unit of the team. Can she do it? It is going to be very tough because all these units can do so much damage to her, and her healing is so limited to per turn. So every time she loses her attack bar, it is almost impossible for her to come back. And ZUTTOMAYO absolutely destroy Good Sun draft in this round. That went way faster than I imagined. No back and forth whatsoever. It's just ZUTTOMAYO absolutely destroy Good Sun, and there was nothing Good Sun could do. Man, that was just the brutal power of CC Cleave, huh? He had the control, he had the strip and the pushback, and he topped it off with a Molong true damage to really shut them down quickly, because when you let the bruiser team stay and trying to heal themselves, it's gonna be complicated. But Molong is there to make sure that he's gonna send a unit home instantly. We'll be going to round 3 between Good Sun and ZUTTOMAYO. I think ZUTTOMAYO realized that I don't have to play Bruiser against him. I'm gonna play what I play best. A control team with a good last pick damage dealer. And we're going to have the same pre-ban as last time. That's going to be Tianlang and Julian. The first pick for ZUTTOMAYO, I highly think is gonna be a Cardinal, stealing it away from Good Sun because it's just such a good unit. And that's gonna be Cardinal first pick for ZUTTOMAYO. Good Sun's gonna lock in the same draft once again. If we go with the same direction, then ZUTTOMAYO is definitely gonna be in trouble. So he's going with the same draft once again. I'm not sure what is the new plan here that he has against the enemy Camilla and Kinky here. Is he gonna go with the same draft? No, he's gonna go for the Abellio for the heal that can potentially cut in between the Molong damage and will be a very good endgame unit against the Juno and the Colonel. Which means we might be seeing some cooldown reset unit coming out from Good Sun instead of the normal Dominic and Wusa pick here. He needs some support. He needs some healing. He might pick up maybe Mouse Raccoon. Nah, he's not gonna do that. He's not that kind of person. He's the Wusa Dominic kind of guy. But instead of Dominic, he's gonna go for some cooldown reset unit to make sure that the Abellio skill 3 will be resetted so that even if he cut in, he will cut in for nothing. And what's gonna be the last pick to counter this? He might look like he's gonna ban the Wusa here and potentially gonna go for another sort of healing damage unit that will be great against the entire enemy team. Maybe a Wind Monkey King at this point. It's not too shabby. It's gonna be a Veramos to deal with all the slow debuff, the AoE provoke, the defense break coming out from ZUTTOMAYO. A very strong and annoying last pick for ZUTTOMAYO because he has nowhere to shut down his passive besides killing this Veramos as soon as possible. But Abellio is there exactly for that reason. So Abellio will be banned and Wusa will be banned. So ZUTTOMAYO will do his very best to snipe a unit early, but Sekhmet, if she managed to reset the Molong or the Cigar, this battle will be in Good Sun favor. And which one will she reset? Will she block the reset? She's gonna block the damage and she get it done this time. Molong is now down to a defense breaker, but he's gonna get stunned by the Veramos as well. This Veramos is extremely fast, moving in front of the entire enemy team. And the Cigar is gonna miss the skill reset on the Shizuka and also miss the attack by pushback as well. This Karno is doing everything he can to stop the Shizuka from moving, but that is not possible. Here comes the first time of the Kinky. He's no longer controlled this time. He's getting a proper turn in, and the enemy will be the Cigar. And the Shizuka is going to get a Violent Proc as well. But is she going to use her skill that early? She will drop the skill early and put on a ton of debuff on the enemy team, especially the defense break. Juno going to go for the strip, but only landed on 2 units. And here comes more debuff coming out from the Sekhmet. Only going for skill 1 on the enemy though. Not going to drop the heal block just yet. Going to keep it for the next round. Cigar is also getting another Violent Proc here to go for the provoke onto the Veramos. Get the defense break on the Veramos, but no debuff can stay in Veramos that long. The moment he gets a turn, he'll cleanse all that debuff. No problem at all. Shizuka having the skill 2 available. And she will go for the cooldown reset on the Sekhmet. She needs that skill 3 back ASAP pronto. Big despair stun on the Molong from the Kinky right there. The Molong skill cooldown is gonna stay cool because there's no turn that he can take. It also means the skill 3 is never gonna be back anytime soon. Karno without any skills also in a lot of trouble. Everyone on ZUTTOMAYO's skill doesn't have any skill. And right now he's in a lot of trouble because he has no real healer as well. So even though Good Sun is not doing a whole lot of damage right now, but every bit of damage he can do is irreversible because there's no healer on the side of ZUTTOMAYO beside the Juno passive healing. But Good Sun can kind of avoid that by either putting the heal block on the enemy team or just not hitting the Juno at all. Finally, the Cigar getting his skill back with the Violent Pro and land his reset onto the Shizuka, but he's gonna pay the price with the damage coming from Kinky, and the Cigar look like he's gonna go down very, very soon here. More damage from the Kinky and everyone else that he provoked at the same time. Karno getting damage on the Veramos, but Veramos will go down. Not gonna go down just yet, but he will go down to the Karno skill 3. This is the problem. Good Sun is not doing enough good damage yet. And ZUTTOMAYO was able to get all his skill back, and now Good Sun is the one under a lot of pressure from all the damage coming out, and even the Molong is getting a Violent Proc as well, and the Sekhmet's gonna go down too. This Kinky, even though it has potential to solo the entire enemy team, he's getting all the debuff on himself, which means every single unit on the side of ZUTTOMAYO can do some good damage against the Kinky. And Shizuka will be the next target here with Molong getting his skill 3 back soon. I think Shizuka is gonna drop, but the Molong is gonna send that Reckless Assault to the Kinky and send the Kinky home as well. And ZUTTOMAYO, even though he had a rocky start, he managed to survive all the enemy reset and damage and be the final winner of this match. But maybe the Kinky is gonna do a lot of damage on the enemy team, but definitely not gonna be enough to take down the Juno. At this point, there's nobody who's gonna save the Shizuka anymore. Even if she get a violent proc, how can she do any real damage to the Juno right here? And Juno is gonna be the one taking down the Shizuka. GG! ZUTTOMAYO will take game 3. A rocky start for ZUTTOMAYO, but it was not a problem for him. He stayed cool and collected, defeating the draft that defeated him in the first round. Incredible performance coming out from ZUTTOMAYO. He lost the first game. Usually people would lose their momentum, feel bad about themselves, and feel kind of confused about their draft. But he won 2 wins in a row, and that is absolutely incredible. Going back to his root with a strip into control, and he managed to just destroy the turn 2 team that he have destroyed many times to come into G3. And in the last round, he switched the Dominic to the Cigar, even though he got resetted. But he realized that, hey, there's no real damage coming out from Good Sun. I'm just going to wait here, trying to survive with my good rune quality, and I'm going to return with more damage and more control, more than you can ever do to me. I look at the Cardinal and Cigar, just with a couple procs in between, they get the skill back, they get the control back, and suddenly the Kinky was instantly demolished by the control and the damage coming out from the enemy team. Kinky is a great unit, guys. Like, very annoying unit, but if you can control him, you can stun him, you can defense break him, then suddenly he is not a problem anymore. He's really a problem when there is another unit next to him to use his defense break for damage. But on his own, it was kind of hard for Kinky to survive all that debuff and damage. And here is the highlight for you guys. Man, this game was just Kinky Camilla doing all the work that Kinky could never even move properly. He was stunned for like half the match, or even more than that. Man, I love this moment so bad. It's about to happen. The defense break setup from the Kinky. The big jump to the Dominic. Here we go, guys. Oh my god, that was so clean. If only he missed the despair stun on the Gyo, it might have been a different story. But that first turn despair stun was too instrumental to ZUTTOMAYO drop. If the Gyo managed to strip stun somebody, disrupting enemy turn, ooh, could have been an entirely different game right there. Man, I really thought Good Sun had it the moment he reset and controlled the enemy team like that. I really thought he had it. Why did he not drop the AoE debuff here? That was so weird. Maybe he didn't want to heal the Juno. But then the Kinky AoE damage into nothing. That was kind of weird. And ZUTTOMAYO will take this round 2-1. Moving on to round 2 of the losers bracket. Facing even stronger opponent. And I can't wait to see that. So that was the first round of the loser bracket today, guys. Hope you guys have been enjoying the show. Here is the bracket for today's matches once again. In round 2, we have MATSU against OSSERU. Oh my god, that is literally my 2 prediction. And we have ZUTTOMAYO and KANITAMA in match 2. In match 1, we have 2 titans of SWC battling one another. The last turn 2 player and MATSU, who can play any turn, any style that you want. It's gonna be exciting. And that was the first round of the loser bracket today. The matches were pretty standard. No weird draft going on today just yet. But that's just how it is. We are all playing to win in this tournament. So we can't be risking throwing out something weird left, right, center. So everyone is sticking with their signature unit, with their strong point, like how Good Son was going with the turn 2 draft, and then ZUTTOMAYO was going for his Molong and the TN line. I like the Molong though. We don't get to see Molong often, and the Molong was extremely effective against the enemy turn 2 draft thanks to his big damage. Because even though Miles can do very good damage, but it will take Miles maybe 2 or 3 turns to do the Molong damage that he can do in 1 turn. So Molong is still gonna be that one guy that's gonna appear into the meta here and there. He's not going to be that meta guy anymore, but he's still one of the strongest counter pick into a certain kind of draft. Like how you want to kill a Kinky quickly. Throw a Molong in there, have damage on light artifact, and suddenly you will kill a Kinky so quickly that you'll be surprised that you thought Kinky was a problem, but then Molong just take him out of the match instantly. And that was really cool to see. But the next match is going to be exciting though, because MATSU and OSSERU are both very, very strong players, and I have both of them in my prediction. So I'm going to feel pretty bad watching the next one, seeing one loss. But before that, let's go for a quick break, shall we?
I've come alive, hands up, rocking out, headbang, going out of my mind. Coming hot, going down, big enough, I leave a crater when I drop, see it from my bird's eye. I'm ready to chase, no more nights to slow, pick up the pace, I race everywhere I go. I am in control, dialed all the way up, volume to the maximum. Ha! Now get ready, ready for the machete, machete. I can be a sweet honey, but I get down in the dirt, I'm a wild little bunny. I'm a wild little bunny, yeah. I'm hopping to the top, can't stop me.
Hopping to the top, hopping to the top.
I'm going for the money, yeah. You won't stop me. I'm hopping to the top, can't stop me. You can't stop me. me.
Yeah, yeah. My mind's full of thoughts, yeah. About us in a cost, yeah. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. The heart is always hard to give away. Give it away. Yeah. But you decided you don't wanna stay. It's what you said last summer. Yeah. We're going round again. You're telling all your friends that we're over it. And now you're back. I don't know what to say. No, I don't know what to look. Yeah, you and all your old ways had me acting out on good faith. Look, I would chase you down the hallways. Said your love was lasting always. Okay, so what about now? Yeah, me and you, we got a lot to figure out. Yeah, you say you wanna settle down. Yeah, but my brain can take another round. Yeah, out of bounds, out of context. Feel the process for whatever comes next. I might let you win again, and our story might never end. The heart is always hard to give away. Give it away. Yeah, but you decided you don't wanna stay. It's what you said last summer. Yeah, we're going round again. You're telling all your friends that we're over it, and now you're back. I don't know what to say. No, I don't know what to.
You don't know what to say, I'll give you an idea. Calling me up when you need your favorite feature. About you, everybody on my case now. I know you still love me from the top down. The heart is always hard to give away. If you decide that you would wanna stay, we won't repeat the same mistakes. And I won't be the one to walk away. The heart is always hard to give away. You decide that you wanna stay.
It's what you said last summer. Yeah, we're going round again. You're telling all your friends that we're over it, and now you're back. I don't know what to say. No, I don't know what to
Say.
Hey, stay calm.
Yeah. Tell him this mine. Yeah, my time is now. Nobody stops me taking the crown. I did a lot, they changing the style to do what I did. They making me proud. I'm knocking them free. I got a lot to achieve. They wanna stop and leave, but people are looking at me. It couldn't be. Better believe. This my moment. I said it's my moment. I came here to own it. Man, it's my moment. Man, it's my. I said it's my moment to shine. I used to take it a day at a time. I used to wait, but I'm making it mine. Was at the bottom, but able to climb. And look how I rise up. At the top, you gon' find us looking refined, not how you define us. Can this beat get a moment of silence? This time I'm fired up. I give it my all. I said my moment is now. No laying around. I put my stick in the ground. Just so you know, ain't no mistaking it now. Forget what you make of it. Got my eye on the prize. I'm taking it. Got the fire inside, ain't shaking it. And I'm turning the tide, ain't changing it. I'm the main event. This my moment. I said How do I sound with it when I hit the ground? 100-mile finish. My moment now ain't no mouse in this. I'm on the prowl and my style fitted. My time, give me high fives. Get a picture of the wise guy. What's a wave to a high tide? Never stop when you my size. Man, it's my, I said it's my moment. I said it's my moment. I came here to own it. Man, it's my moment. Man, it's my, I said it's my moment.
Patting a pinata cause it just got hurt. I kinda feel bad, but there's candy in the dirt. Digging up my sunshine, taking the heat. Got me running on the feeling in the pocket full of sweets. Ooh, can't stop me now. I'm a black cat, can't burn me out. Ooh, can't stop me now. Time's ticking, but I'm off the clock. Don't stop. Don't stop. Got a real good feeling, so drip till you drop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Sipping on coladas and I feel just fine. Colder than Canada, flying higher than a kite. Supercalifragilistic, catching the dust. Now I'm crushing on your kick drum, popping till it cuts. Ooh, can't stop me now. I'm a black cat, can't burn me out. Ooh, can't stop me now. Time's ticking, but I'm off the clock. Don't stop. Don't stop.
Welcome back to the Summoners World Arena Championship 2023. And now is the loser round 2 of the Group C preliminary. It's about to happen between some of the strongest players in Summoners World. So let's get excited for this round that's about to happen. MATSU, who won in the first round of the loser bracket, 2-0 against ETOWARU, will now be battling in round 2 against OSSERU right here. And it's gonna be one of the scariest and most exciting match for these two players, because this is the last time they can fight for SWC. Whoever lose today will have to go home empty-handed, and that is not a good feeling. We're gonna be having the strongest turn 2 player against the most versatile player in Summoners World. I wonder who's gonna come out on top. Cheer for your favorite player in the chat. If you're hearing me and you're still on your break, come back right now because the match is about to start. The world mightiest Summoners World player. Look at that. Best rank 7 and best rank 11. They have probably fought one another so many times before on the ladder as well. We have a Mora and a Cardinal pre-ban here for these two players. Once again, a Bruiser player without Cardinal is like me without my... I have no analogy right now. It's like Sean B without a cap or something like that. And we have Shizuka first pick from OSSERU here because that's the next best thing for the Cardinal replacement. And in response to this, we have MATSU picking up 2 AoE buff remover, and that's going to be Praha and Juno. Juno being one of the best counter to Shizuka as well. Shizuka, even though having a very terrible win rate in SWC in this group in general, still getting favored by many strong players because of how versatile she is in pretty much any draft. And for the first time, we might be seeing a turn 2 player picking up a Jeremiah and also a Thessalian to deal with the Juno. And also to take away the Thessalian from the enemy because it is one of the best units to pick against a turn 2 passive heavy player. We are seeing the Jeremiah Shizuka combo once again. They comes together like how Mouse goes with Rakuni. And MATSU is going to allow us to witness the triple Oracle gameplay with Lima and picking up the Mouse for the damage as well. He's going to do really well with multiple buff on the field and also the speed buff coming out from this Praha. So with 3 AoE stripper right now on MATSU team, he's definitely not scared of Shizuka buff coming his way. And the OSSERU is picking up an Ethna as well. His playstyle is entirely different this time compared to what we see in his profile. And the last pick will be a Dark Demon coming out from OSSERU here. We have defense pick set up into a Demon one-shot. And the Demon is extremely effective against MATSU right now because he has no cooldown reset unit, which means this Demon is gonna be a demon in this draft because who can stop this man from killing everything on your team? So the last pick has to be some sort of a Cigar, Chungpang, Gani. No, it's going to be a Rakuni for MATSU, locking in the Mouse Rakuni duo as well, which means it might be a force ban on the Demon, but the Jeremiah is also going to be very strong if he gets to move with the Ethna and the Shizuka on the team. Is it going to be a Demon force ban here? Because this Demon will get to roam free without any cooldown reset unit on the side of MATSU. And it's going to be a Dark Demon, Beelzebub, and Lima ban here for these two players. We can't get to see these LD Nat 5 in action because they are really strong in this particular draft. So, if OSSERU has the damage to bring down the Juno early, Shizuka can get to really put some heavy debuff on the side of MATSU. Turn 1 will belong to the Ethna with skill 2 available, and she might be even ruined on Violent as well. She cannot get the full attack bar because of their 2 fire unit on the enemy team, stopping her from critting all the way through. But the defensive will stay, and that will allow the Jeremiah and the Thessalian to do some good damage on the enemy. More debuff on the enemy team right here. And if this Thessalian land the Oblivion, it's going to be very good for OSSERU. Missed the Oblivion on the Juno. That is very bad because the Shizuka doesn't have the Oblivion on the enemy team as well. But she might still want to go for it because she needs the debuff on the Rakuni and the Juno for the follow-up damage. She is not going to do it. Going to keep her skill 3 and wasted a Violent proc that could have been amazing for her. But now she's going to go for the skill 1 potentially once again on the Rakuni. Going to be onto the Mouse, and Rakuni could not cleanse the Mouse because the HP of the Mouse was not low enough, but it's going to boost the Mouse and get a Violent proc for himself to now bring everyone back to full HP and giving the Mouse a speed buff as well. Pra going to drop the heal, trying to sleep the Shizuka, but could not get it done. But one thing I know for sure is that Ethna is in a lot of trouble. That is some big damage, and another Violent proc for the Mouse as well. Gonna go for the stun onto the Shizuka, could not get it done. The Juno is gonna finish off the Ethna, and OSSERU is in a lot of trouble here. Without Oblivion on the field, he cannot lock down this Juno, and if she buff, the Juno and the Pra is ready to go for the strip as well, reviving the Ethna for the capture, get the stun onto the Praha, but it didn't really do much work on the side of MATSU because he's still very healthy, and Rakuni can heal that Praha very quickly too. Finally, Oblivion is on the field, which means Shizuka can land that skill 3 on the Juno and Rakuni. But can she take that turn? That's going to be the biggest question here. And will she land the Oblivion onto the Rakuni and the Juno? Violent Proc for Rakuni, keeping the Pra healthy, and the mouse going to do a lot of damage on the enemy team as well. Juno and the mouse are both focusing onto the Jamaya because he has one of the strongest skill 3 in the game. Everyone is focusing on this Jamaya right now, but Pra might choose a different target to crit, but no, gonna focus on the Jamaya, get a Violent Proc, but could not finish off the Jamaya, and finally, the Shizuka can drop her skill 3 and the speed buff onto the Jamaya and the Thesaurian as well. He's looking to kill, but the Oblivion did not land on the Juno, which means she will be able to cleanse herself very quickly here if she doesn't get taken down from the Jamaya and the Thesaurian. Quick reset for the Shizuka, but the mouse gonna get a Violent Proc too, and there's no soul protection for this Jamaya. Gonna go for the damage on the Thesaurian, and the Juno turn is ready. Without the Oblivion, she will cleanse herself from all the debuff, and Jamaya is gonna go down, but don't you worry because Thesaurian is still gonna be here. Missed another Oblivion on this mouse, and the Thesaurian's gonna pay the price by being stunned by the Juno Despair stun. Things are looking really bad for OSSERU here. He's not landing the debuff that he needs, and every time he's trying to do damage, the Rakuni and the Pra is here to heal up the team back to full HP. Shizuka has skill 2 available. Gonna bring back the Ethna, but no cooldown reduction from this revive, which means the Ethna has no skill available. And once again, this mouse getting another Violent Proc, and the Rakuni is getting the Violent Proc as well. Juno healing everyone back to full HP and get the strip on every single target on the enemy team. This is not looking good for OSSERU at all. He's out of skill, out of unit, and out of this game. First game belonged to MATSU. So many turns being taken by Mouse Rakuni. There was nothing they can do, and he was also constantly missing the Oblivion on the enemy target. That was a painful match to watch for OSSERU. And once again, Matsu, the master of Mouse Rakuni in this bracket right here, dominating every single player with his combo. We are going for round 2. Will he keep the Mouse Rakuni? Because it works so well with the Praha and Lima that he would love to draft every single game. But I was very happy to see OSSERU coming out of his comfort zone to draft something entirely different. Didn't really work out for him, but it was cool to see as well. The second round between these two players is about to get started, guys. Let's cheer for your favorite player in the chat. And this time pre-ban will probably be on Shizuka and potentially onto the Lima as well. Shizuka Oliver will be the 2 pre-ban for this round, and first pick belong to Matsu, and I feel like he is going to steal the Cardinal away from OSSERU. First pick for Matsu will be the Cardinal. Taking away the enemy favorite unit is a very viable strategy if you know exactly what they are doing. But OSSERU is going to go for a different style this game, and he's going to pick up the Segment and the Laura for his first 2 picks. One of them can strip reset, the other one can strip into a heavy buff for the team. But that is perfect for Matsu because he's very likely going to go for the Juno that will strip the entire buff that Laura can do for the team. But he's going to pick up a Nana here and go into the Bruiser playstyle that OSSERU is very good at. And the answer to that is going to be a Bellio for the heal and the Thesaurian to lock down the passive, the Nana and the Juno. But it's very non-win draft here, which means Matsu can go for the Mouse and the Praha to bring in more healing and damage for his team. No, it's going to be triple Oracle for MATSU. It's going to be the Praha and the Lima getting picked up. Having the invincibility on the team, meaning the enemy Thessalian or Camilla or Abellio cannot do any real damage. So it might be a ban on both the Lima and the Laura here for these two players. Or maybe it's going to be the Camilla ban, because Camilla is really strong into Master Draft as well. Nope, it's going to be the Lima and the Segment ban, giving the enemy defense buff and speed buff, but because Matsu know that, he can strip all that buff very, very easily. So maybe the one that's in danger right now is actually OSSERU. Here comes the first one, belongs to the Juno. That is a rather slower build Laura, perfectly going after the two stripper from the side of Matsu here. So will this Praha go for the strip because the Juno failed to strip the Laura? He's actually really, really slow, but that is actually working in his favor by being a bit slow on the enemy, because the stripper will now move first. And they can't strip the potential Laura speed and defense buff. And here comes the buff coming out from the Laura here perfectly for this moment. And there's nobody to strip that. And he's going to Violent Pro into a slow and a stun on the Praha as well. So right now, if he manages to take down the Juno, there'll be no strip coming out from Matsu in this turn. And the defense break Oblivion will land this time instead of last time that missed every single thing. The Camilla is going to go straight into the Juno. No self-cleanse from the Juno. And Juno will probably going to go down very, very soon into the Camilla damage. Juno's going to go down, losing her cooldown as well. The Sun's going to be moving after that. He's trying to finish off the Juno. Couldn't do that, but there are two units to finish the job. Here comes the Kano trying to bring down the attack bar of the Laura, but that accidentally gives the attack bar to the Abellio for a heal. And the Nana needs to land that despair stun that she desperately needs. Juno is going to cleanse the provoke healing by a little bit, but I don't think that's going to be enough unless the Praha get a Violent proc here. Matsu's going to lose the Juno forever in this game. The Sun's going in with the big damage, could not finish it, but Camilla is going to cut in perfectly right before the Praha knows, and she can't heal up this Juno. She will heal the team and herself, but that's a little bit too late. And right now, the Laura is going to provide another round of strip and control. Here she goes. Will she go for the strip and wake up the Praha? She will go for the strip and wake up the Praha because she believes that somebody's going to be there to stop the Praha, and that's going to be the Camilla, stopping the Praha from stripping the entire enemy team for the Carno to lay down some damage. Carno getting the Violent proc, but enemy is protected with defense buff and speed buff, so his damage and debuff would not be as strong, but he did get some control on the enemy team. The Camilla is going to get the Violent proc to control the Praha once again. This Praha being heavily controlled every single turn. It's being very difficult for Matsu here, even though the Carno is doing a lot of work, and he is going to do a lot of damage on this Thessalian, but that's not going to be enough to take down the Thessalian to give the Nana the first kill. And that is not looking good because the Laura is constantly controlled every single turn. Even if the Carno can proc every single turn, it was not enough. And right now, if he touch anyone, Abellio is going to gain a turn potentially. Big proc for the Laura. And this time, also is going to be the one on top with the RNG. And there's nothing much they can do. And we are going to the game 3. Man, that was intense. As you can see, good RNG can favor any player. If last round, Matsu can resist everything and proc out of everything, this round, OSSERU can also do the same thing. That's why SWC can be anyone's game and anything can happen. Let's get ready for game 3, guys. It's about to go down. I wonder what OSSERU is gonna do in this round to take the win away from MATSU. And we are about to find out very, very soon here. This round pre-ban will be Cardinal and more. So no more Cardinal for OSSERU ever in this round. But why is he pre-banning more? Because I think MATSU is all about that Oracle live. I think he should be pre-banning something that the opponent actually used, right? But anyway, we have a Shizuka first pick into the Praha and the Juno first pick as always. And we might be seeing the Jamai Thessalian once again because we are definitely seeing the mouse coming back from the MATSU draft. Here comes the Jamaya, but the sound really didn't work last time. Maybe he's gonna switch up to Laura or Sekhmet. No, it's gonna stick with the Thessalian. He believed that you can't get that unlucky 2 games in a row. So the sound's gonna be chosen on the side of OSSERU, and we might be seeing the Sagara potentially and Mouse or Rakuni coming out for MATSU here. Or he might stick with the Lima and Mouse for the big damage and a lot of buff. And that's gonna be the same pick in the very first game. Is also gonna go with the Ethna and the Demon. Demon is definitely gonna be a good pick, but I don't think Ethna is gonna be that good of a pick, and Laura is definitely not good because of the enemy able to strip your entire buff. But he's gonna go with the Ethna once again, even though it didn't really work out last game. Maybe it will this game. Who knows? He's really banging his head against brick wall like how you call the Kinky skill 3. That is actually a real name, guys. I'm not making that up, okay? Look at the Kinky passive. It is that. And I think OSSERU is really redoing the first draft here, and maybe MATSU will do the same thing as well because it worked out so well for him earlier. Is he going to go with the Rakuni, or is he going to go with something entirely different this time? He is going to switch up to the Sakma this time, and he might change the ban to the Jamaya because Jamaya do counter Sakmat really, really well. It's going to be the Sakmat and the Jamaya ban, and this time there's one less fire unit for the Ethna to worry about. So maybe this time Ethna will be performing as expected. But he's letting the Lima stay, and without any cooldown reset, that Lima can get real nasty with the invincibility and cleanse. Here we go, guys. Big defense break coming out from the Ethna. Get it on everybody, but the first turn will be revenged by the Lima, and she can put up the invincibility and take away all the defense buff that Ethna was planning to utilize for the damage roll-up coming out from the Thessalian and the Demon. But the problem is, MATSU team is a bit faster than OSSERU, so this setup might not be amazing. Into this Ethna, she's gonna be able to strip and stun the Pra, and she's gonna go for it, but she doesn't get the stun on the Pra, which means Pra can sleep the Shizuka if she chooses to do so. Is the Pra gonna go for the sleep? She will go for the sleep, but she will not get the sleep onto the Shizuka, and this Thessalian can go for the Oblivion on the Pra just to leave the Oblivion on the field, but he chose to go for the Mouse instead. Will the Shizuka drop the skill 3 knowing that there are 3 strippers waiting to strip all of that? She's gonna reduce the cooldown of the Ethna, allowing her to get her. Oh my god! Another Despair stun this Demon, even though he can do a lot of damage, but he's not getting a proper turn anytime soon. And the Ethna is being abused by the dodge and the stun and the damage coming out from every single unit. On the side of MATSU, she will be the target because she brings so much damage and defense back to the table. Finally, this time, the Sun will be able to defense break and Oblivion somebody. And that's going to be the Juno, the defense break, and the Oblivion landed, which means the Shizuka can stun the Juno, but the Lima is here to strip all that buff away, and she will take. Oh, but the Demon finally get a proper turn. He's gonna get the Violent Prop, and skill 2 is available to go, but will he use it? He will use it to take away the Juno, but the Ethna will go down after he killed the unit, which means he cannot revive the Ethna in time. It is not looking good. The Demon is gonna go down to the Mouse as well because he used a skill 2, which means when the Demon comes back to life, he's not gonna be that scary. Everyone on the side OSSERU is now getting the slow debuff, except for the Silence who got a Violent Proc to self-cleanse the slow debuff. But the Shizuka doesn't have any skill available, and there's no more defense break setup, with the Lima being able to provide the perfect invincibility in the cleanse, working perfectly with the Mouse damage. And the Demon's gonna come back to no defense break and no ignore defense available for him. and he's not going to be able to do anything except for touching the mouse slightly. No violent performance as well, and he's going to go back down to the graveyard. And GG. MATSU's going to take game 3. Man, I wish that Demon could have done something more. MATSU is being way too strong with his triple Oracle combo. We have Juno for the strip, we have Pra for the strip, we have Lima for the strip. He is ready for any Shizuka out there. And also, they work perfectly with Mouse being able to be the main damage dealer for the team with all the buff and the speed buff. He is just doing way too much damage. And every one of them is also ultra tanky. This game really shows that being slow is not that bad, especially when you are moving right after every strip on the enemy team. Man, this Laura was perfectly tuned to move after. That was so crazy. I wonder if that was a coincidence or OSSERU know what kind of speed to be at so that you won't move in front of the enemy and get stripped after that. Triple Oracle too strong, guys. Way too strong. Man, that despair stun has to be the key moment. Without that stun, maybe Edna could have done so much more because she had her skill up. Big congratulations to MATSU for winning in round 2 of the loser bracket. My prediction is still thriving, guys. I am happy. And that was the first half of the round 2 of loser bracket. We have the second half coming right up as well. And that's going to be super exciting too. But MATSU is going to move on to the third round. And whoever wins in the next match will be facing MATSU in round 3. So my man is really coming in strong in the loser bracket today, winning every single opponent with a very, very unique draft featuring 3 different Oracle in almost every single game. He's drafting Praha, Lima, Juno, destroying everybody with the mouse damage and potentially some support from Rakuni as well. We all love some mouse Rakuni. Right, guys? We love mouse Rakuni. And we might be seeing that combo once again in the next round right here. Let's give a big shout out to ZUTTOMAYO. A new challenger in SWC 2023, but a very strong challenger indeed. On the other hand, we have KANITAMA, also a new challenger, and both of them feature Tian Lang in their draft. Will KANITAMA move on into the final match and get a rematch against Takuzo? Will he stop today right here? It's about to go down. Here we go, guys. The battle of the Tian Lang gamer. Here comes the pre-ban, and that's going to be Guedjet and Neftas getting pre-ban for these two players. First pick belong to ZUTTOMAYO. It is no longer playing against a turn 2 player, so we have to draft differently this time. And oh my god, not giving the Tian Lang away to the enemy. They know one another way too well. Stealing the Tian Lang from the enemy right there. I can't believe. I should have known better. Playing against a Tian Lang player? Let's just take their Tian Lang first. How did I not think about that? I wish I can do the same thing as well. So the answer will be Gani and Wusa. So I think KANITAMA, knowing Tian Lang in and out, he's going to pick a draft that doesn't have any sort of attack bar gain so that he will not trigger the Tian Lang by accident. And that's going to be Chiwoo and Changpeng getting picked up by ZUTTOMAYO. Both are going for some sort of control team. And the Gani Wusa without Chiwoo, the combo is not looking good here. Is he going to go? He's going to go for the Fire Monkey King and the segment. Both are very good against the Changpeng and the Tian Lang here. Especially the Monkey King is extremely good in this position. We managed to see some heavy water or fire follow-up coming out from ZUTTOMAYO if you want to control this monkey, because they might have to ban the segment. He's going for potentially the Carnal. Oh, we're gonna go for, oh my god, what is his name again? That is gonna be Molong and the Water Indra, and his name is Prayanya. He's gonna be the AoE provoke and slow debuff and can be extremely good against the Fire Monkey King due to how tanky he is, and he's a great damage dealer too. Oh my god, I'm so excited. The Water Pajama is here. And the last pick coming out from the KANITAMA is going to be the Nana, potentially providing the defense break, the revive for the Molong damage, and also if the monkey get a clutch kill, that's going to be very, very good for the Nana. It's going to be the segment ban, it's going to be the Changpeng ban. We get to witness the Water Indra for the first time in the APAC region battling against the monkey. Who's going to come out on top, the Monkey King or the Thunder God Indra? The first one belongs to the Chiwoo. Get the strip. The Tian Lang get the stun, get the violent proc, but could not get the defense break. The Molong is specialized in killing without defense break, and the Gani is going to go down first. The Water Indra is going to get a turn, go into the Thunder state, and going for the big provoke. Look at the animation, so epic, but he could not get the Gani or the Nana here. He did get the monkey though, but he get this fair stun by the Nana, and the Gani with the skill 3 available is going to go straight into potentially, he's going to go to the Molong, trying to do some good damage to the Molong and also taking away the Molong skill too. The Nana going for the kill, could not get the kill. Can this Chill get the kill before the Nana? He will finish off the Gani here, but the Monkey is going to use the opportunity to bring down the Molong as well. No, he's going to go for the Chiwu, doing massive damage to the Chiwu. Almost take the Chiwu down, but the Chiwu is definitely going to go down here. Wusa providing the protection for the team. And right now, with all this immunity, the Water Indra is not going to be able to do his work with the attack power reduction. And they provoke that well. The Molong is going to be the next target here for the enemy. With 2 stack on the Nana, it's not looking too good for ZUTTOMAYO, but the Tian Lang is going to do a lot of damage to the Monkey. The defense are coming out from the Nana, reducing the damage of the Indra, but that's not going to stop the Indra from finishing off the Monkey. But the Monkey is doing so much damage on the Tian Lang, and the 2-turn sleep is coming out as well. Here's the moment where the Indra can stop the enemy from touching the Tian Lang, but not the Nana. The Nana is still ready to go with the skill 1, and that is gonna almost take out the Tian Lang here. Another stun on the from the Monkey on the Piranha. Piranha being the last one standing, but he's so tanky. Can KANITAMA bring down the God of Thunder in front of him? The Monkey's gonna go down once again, and here comes the defense break. It will land on Piranha, and the Monkey's gonna crit on the unit, but his defense way too high for the Monkey to handle. More provoke, more slow debuff, and this guy is not gonna go down just yet. He is so tanky. He's taking down KANITAMA team one by one. The Monkey's doing his best, but the Thunder God is still alive, proccing every single turn, going for more provoke, more live train. Look at that heal from his damage. He is not gonna go down just yet. The beautiful display of the Water Indra is right here, guys. He's gonna bring down the Monkey once again. No, it's gonna go for the attack bar, AoE attack on the water element instead. That is the special thing only this unit have. But he's gonna go down. No, he's gonna get another violent proc. And he's gonna heal back so much. Bring down the Monkey one more time. The Wusa getting the violent, but could not finish off the Thunder God. And here we go. Thunderous stage transformation, reducing the cooldown skill 2. Can he get it done this time? Will he be able to get the skill 2 back once again? He will not get the violent proc, which means the Wusa is going to provide the immunity to take away the biggest factor for this unit, which is the provoke. But he does have a second life, so he's not going to go down just yet. But the defense break though, the Nana Orb, no, it might be the end. GG, KANITAMA will take game 1. Oh my god, that was such an incredible moment, but Piranha could not get it done for ZUTTOMAYO. But well done, good try. I like to see that. That was beautiful, guys. Just a bit more, and that Piranha could have soloed 3 enemy with multiple Nana Orb in the passive. Very, very scary unit indeed. And we are going for round 2. Between ZUTTOMAYO and KANITAMA. Will we see a Tian Lang pre-ban this time? Will ZUTTOMAYO let KANITAMA get that Tian Lang on his team? We will have a Tian Lang and a Changpeng pre-ban here for these 2 players. First pick for KANITAMA. Will he lock in the Gani Wusa combo once again, or will he switch it up and go for an Oliver Moore first pick for the speed lead? He's going to go for the Nephthys first pick for the speed lead and potentially go into a very strong damage combo here for his team. So what's going to be the answer for the Nephthys first pick? Is he going to lock in the Chiwu and the Cigar to get that turn 1 advantage back to his side? is going to be the wedge at and the Hey Gang getting picked up by ZUTTOMAYO. He's locking in the attack by booster and an AoE stripper going first, locking him down, enemy down with the CC and the damage. But of course, KANITAMA, he's picking up a speed lead first. He has to go for potentially a Chiwu Cigar. And that is the Cigar getting picked up by KANITAMA for the strip into reset. And he's going to lock in a Yonhong as well for the turn 1 advantage, because Yon can potentially boost the Cigar or strip the enemy and boost the entire team attack bar. No more Tian Lang. You cannot counter the attack bar coming out from the Yonhong here. What will you do, ZUTTOMAYO? Will you go for the turn 1 or will you go for a Veramos Juno angle at this point? He's still going to lock in a speed lead and an Ethna as well. This game might end in 5 seconds, guys. So pay attention because they are both going very aggressive here with their draft. Double speed lead and the Ethna to get first turn for ZUTTOMAYO. So KANITAMA, will you go for a speed lead once again like a Samath on Oliver and another high base speed unit? Like maybe an Escher. It's going to be a Juno pattern for KANITAMA. Fully pivot into a turn 2 position to survive all the debuff and the damage coming out from ZUTTOMAYO. So ZUTTOMAYO has the option to commit to his turn 1, locking in an attack by pushback unit, or now change to pick up a healer as well. But no more Juno for him. The Juno that could have been so good against Nephthys and Cigar is being picked up by KANITAMA. Last pick coming up from... oh my god! The first Antares gameplay in the history of SWC 2023 is going down right now from the man himself, ZUTTOMAYO. This is when you know that you just want to pray and have a little bit of fun. Maybe he knows this might be the last game of his SWC 2023 journey. Might as well give the audience a good laugh. And the ban will be on the Ethna and the Nephthys here. We will get to witness the brutal power of the Antares, the god of RNG himself. Here we go, guys. First one belongs to the Wedget and the 2 AoE stripper coming out from ZUTTOMAYO, trying to do some damage onto KANITAMA. KANITAMA does have some healing coming out from both the Yonhong, the Juno, and even the Patter. They can all heal a little bit, but will this Antares go 10 turns in a row and return the game to the balance 1-1? Here comes all the buff, all the immunity coming out from both sides. Antares not moving just yet, and all the damage that KANITAMA can do is now being directed to this Wedget, and Antares resisted the strip, getting a violent proc. This Antares on violent, which means he can proc like crazy. He's getting his first natural turn and a proc as well. And the Antares first proc is gonna be a lot of damage on the enemy team. And the Yonhong is about to go down very, very soon here with the boost of Wedget. Even a slow unit like Antares can actually take a lot of turn. The damage from the Yonhong is being severely weakened by the attack brick and the glancing, but the Patter is doing a lot of damage on this Antares. Even the Juno is doing a lot of damage on this Antares, but Antares is finally going to get another turn here, but he doesn't have the skill to heal himself. He doesn't get the violent proc as well. He is not getting the proc that he needs, and the Juno is about to move to finish off this Antares, and there's nothing that he can do to stop it. Antares is going to go down, and ZUTTOMAYO hope might be it, but he still have 3 units on the field. But can they do enough damage to bring down this Juno and the Patter? It's gonna be quite a challenge, but Moore is here to take on that challenge. He can do some good damage as well. Antares is not the real damage to this team. It might be the Moore in the end game. Hey Gang and Wedget is doing everything they can to protect this Moore, but the damage being directed to the Wedget, because the moment Wedget go down, that's going to be a lot of less attack bar for ZUTTOMAYO, and the defense is really keeping him alive here. The extra stun from Hey Gang, but Patter doesn't know what being stunned feels like. He's going to cleanse himself very, very soon, unless this skill 1 attack bar reduction coming out from ZUTTOMAYO is doing a lot of work on this Patter, pushing his attack bar down, not allowing him to cleanse the stun debuff. But This Panda having skill 2 available might be transforming into the bear form. Not going to go for the damages on the wedge at first. Going into the bear form, putting up immunity and potentially healing the entire team as well. Juno is doing a lot of damage on the wedge app, but the Moore is also doing a lot of damage on the side of Kanitama. Both teams are losing their HP slowly because they don't have a dedicated healer. And the Padder is going to go down. The wedge is going to go down first. And Sagar is going to drop the enemy HP down as well. But this Moore is not going to go down without a fight. He's doing a lot of damage. But the Juno and the Sagar is doing so much damage on this Moore. He's going to go down very, very soon here, being a water unit. But the Juno doesn't care. She's going to take down the Moore. And Heiyang is going to be the last one standing. This might be GG. Kanitama will be moving on to the next round, rematching against MATSU, the new challenger, against the Titan of SWC in the very next game. What a game, guys. What a game. We get to see Antares. That's pretty interesting. But Antares didn't last too long though. Even though ZUTTOMAYO lost, he managed to give us some fun and entertainment instead of just going down without a fight. First, he picked up that Water Endra Piranha, and it was almost an epic comeback. And next, he came in with the Antares and was also almost became an epic comeback from the Antares as well. But they both didn't work out for him. Hey, but it was fun to watch though. And now we get to see soon the match between MATSU and Takina. Why can't I pronounce his name properly? Kanitama. Yes, Kanitama in the next game. Remember, Kanitama actually beat MATSU in the first game yesterday, so he might be able to do that again. And will he rematch with Takuzo in the very end? But right now is the moment that you guys have been waiting for. The first code will be giving out very, very soon. So stay tuned. We will go into a break after the code, and we will have the loser round 3, and it's gonna be exceptional as well. So don't worry, guys. Let me talk to my Contours employee and give you guys the first code. Yes. Oh wait, before that, I got a highlight to show you first. Man, this could have been one of the best moments in SWC. Good try, though. Good try. huge congratulations to KANITAMA winning 2-0 against ZUTTOMAYO, and he will be moving on to losers round 3, where MATSU is waiting patiently for his appearance. And whoever wins in round 3 will be facing Takuzo at the very final match. Both of them will be like fighting for the final ticket into APAC Regional Cup. But this is gonna be a very intense match because this is a rematch between MATSU and KANITAMA. Hope you guys have been enjoying the stream so far. I have so much fun casting SWC for you guys. The matches today were pretty standard, but there were some fun picks in between. Gotta say, MATSU draft is pretty crazy. That triple Oracle is gonna be very hard for KANITAMA to handle. I hope that he has come up with some strategy because he does have 10 minutes of break coming up real soon to allow him to think of some last minute strategy to counterplay that, because that is one tough wall to break. We have so much healing, so much cleansing, and so much stuff in between. But you know what's the best part? Is the new code for you guys, SWC2023, with 100,000 mana, 1 scroll, and 1 emblem. Once again, the code is on the screen, SWC2023. The link will be in the chat very, very soon for the iOS user. So don't worry about it. And hope you enjoy your scroll, guys. And that is going to be the first half of today's matches. Actually, it's more like 2/3 of today's matches. The next 2 will be the very last 2 for these players. Will MATSU or I swear, I have to remember this. How can I not remember this man's name? Nakitama. I have said his name so many times, but I still can't remember. What is wrong with my brain? But anyway, the next round is going to happen really, really soon. But first, we're going to go for a quick 10 minutes break. And maybe in this moment, someone going to rerun. Maybe MATSU will bring in a secret unit to deal with this enemy. But I'll see you guys after the break. Welcome back from the break, guys. We are now almost at the very end of Group C prelim day 2, the losers bracket, because we are at the final 3 players and we're at the semi-final of today. Can I call that semi-finals? Like round 3 of losers bracket between MATSU and KANITAMA. I finally remember his name. I'm so sorry, KANITAMA. I love you. But look at the match result. We had this match yesterday and KANITAMA won 2-1 against MATSU. So, what has MATSU done to prepare for this match, for this rematch between him and this new challenger stepping into the SWC game, threatening his position in the APAC Cup? On the other hand, we have KANITAMA, the new challenger of SWC 2023, proving to be a real threat in this tournament by beating many strong players, and he is back, hungry for more. Takuzo, I shall meet you again, he said. Here we go, guys. Settle down. The round 3 is about to begin. Set 1 is about to happen, and it's gonna be very exciting. Let's see what's going to be the pre-ban here. Would be one of the Oracle of MATSU and would be the Nephthys Tianlang of KANITAMA. Last round, we saw MATSU able to use his Oracle every single game, and it didn't end well for his enemy. But this time, he will not get to use Oliver, which I haven't seen MATSU use today. So potentially, we are seeing another triple Oracle game. And what will KANITAMA do to prevent this from happening? First pick more coming out from MATSU here, switching it up a little bit, going a bit more aggressive this time against this turn 1 player. So we'll be seeing some sort of Chiwu Cigar or Tianlang Gani coming out from KANITAMA to get a turn 1 team going as well. It's going to be Nephthys being picked up first into potentially, it's going to be Nephthys Mouse for KANITAMA, and it's going to be Changpeng Rakuni for MATSU. This seems very familiar to their first day matches. And look at Rakuni's stat, guys. In Group C, it has a 50% win rate, and in total, actually below average win rate for the Rakuni. But the fact that Rakuni is being used in almost every single game, it is not surprising to see that his win rate is not exactly amazing. We have Chiwu and Cigar getting picked up by KANITAMA as well. So if we are going for some similar drafting in the first day, we might be seeing the similar result from this match as well, potentially. But MATSU, he is a top tier player. He is going to be able to pivot from what... Wow, very different from what he played. Very different. We are seeing Heigang and Volantis getting picked up by MATSU here. Heigang is extremely good against Chiwu, and Volantis is very good against any AoE strip attempt coming out from KANITAMA. And the last pick is going to be a strong healer immunity unit from KANITAMA. It's going to be Patter getting picked up. The LD Druid came out to play for this round. So it looked like it might be a Patter ban and potentially MATSU trying to out-sustain. But that is not going to be easy because Nephthys is extremely crazy. So maybe it's going to ban out in Nephthys here. Even if KANITAMA get the turn 1 strip, he might not be able to do much without the Nephthys. It's going to be the Patter ban. It's going to be the Heigang ban. MATSU will let KANITAMA get turn 1. Chiwu strip is very good against Volantis attack bargain. So maybe KANITAMA is having the upper hand in the draft right now. Here comes the Chiwu with the AoE strip. But remember, Mora can cut in between and push back the enemy team as well with his strip. Here we go. Getting a strip, getting the pushback. Mora going in between. and he has the strip available, and the Changpeng is gonna be moving in front of enemy team, but the glancing debuff is gonna stop him being so effective. But he is kind of effective actually, but he didn't get the increased cooldown on both the Cigar and the Nephthys, which means with one Violent Prop, they can cause a lot of problem for MATSU. Here comes the Raccoon heal, cleansing attack by boost for the team, and the Volantis will have the glancing debuff ready to go, but will be enough to stop the Nephthys and the Cigar from... Oh my god, this Changpeng with a Despair stun on the Cigar, but the Nephthys is gonna Violent Pro out the stun and providing debuff on the team. But the problem with this is that there's no following up from the Nephthys. Nephthys is a great setup unit, but she's not exactly good at doing damage because there's no follow-up right now. MATSU with Raccoon healing will slowly cleanse the entire debuff coming out from the Nephthys. And with no follow-up, who's gonna do the damage here? Who's gonna carry the boat for the Nephthys? Nobody. And Volantis is gonna get another chance to throw in the AoE, provoking the mouse, provoking the Chill. Another round of AoE dispersion coming out from the Moor as well. Cigar is not getting a turn that he needs because the Volantis is about to move. The Nephthys is gonna Violent Proc out, but she is now out of ammo. She doesn't have the AoE anymore, and she can't silence anybody just yet. Cigar with the glancing debuff. Can he push back the entire enemy team attack bar? But I know someone is not going to push back, and that's going to be Raccoon. The Volantis Revenge going to take down the Cigar as well. And he doesn't have any skill because of the reset, but he doesn't need to because Kanitama unit is dropping one by one. Raccoon keeping everybody alive, giving turn to the Changpeng for another pushback. And GG! MATSU taking game 1. Oh my god, MATSU came back strong. He is destroying every single opponent in this bracket, proving to be a real challenger in the loser bracket here. He might be going to the final if he keep up this momentum. And he's also my prediction, so I'm a little bit biased, just a little bit guys, but don't worry about it. Round 2 between MATSU and Kanitama is about to start. It is still going to be best of 3, which means if MATSU take game 2, he'll move on to the final against Takuzo. And this time, the pre-ban will probably fall on the Nephthys, and it'll be the Lima pre-ban as well. So taking away one Oracle of MATSU is going to be very important because his Oracle are very, very strong and annoying. First pick for Kanitama. What is he going to do this time? Is he going to take the Moor away from MATSU? He's going to take the Oliver for himself, potentially leading to Mouse Raccoon. And the answer for the Oliver first pick will be Moor and Segment. So MATSU is not giving up turn 1. He still wants that turn 1. He wants to reset the enemy if possible. And the answer to that will be Yeonhong and Masha. Masha is extremely strong against a draft without any healing. And unit like Changpeng or Cigar will fall very quickly to a strong Masha. And Yeonhong is there to allow Masha to do that even more often with the attack by boost and the strip. So MATSU is going to go for the mouse and maybe Raccoon or Changpeng here. But I think it's probably going to be Praha potentially. It's going to be Colonel for MATSU. You can go first, Kanitama, but my Colonel is going to make you pay for going first with being very tanky and also providing the slow debuff and big damage for MATSU team. So the answer to this, Kanitama might pick up a Camilla here, who is very good into this position, if I'm not wrong. A double water last pick can be very beneficial at this point. It'll be Shizuka and Pata locking in 2 immunity provider, and Shizuka's going to provide even more than just immunity. So what is MATSU going to do to deal with this? He might pick up a Cigar to put out some cooltime reset, but Cigar might not be fast enough to deal with the Masha or the Yeonhong, and there are way too many units to reset over here. So he's going to go for a healer and protector instead with a Wusa last pick. Looking like it might be an Oliver ban here to keep his water unit out of the enemy cooldown reset. Segment's also being very strong here, so that might be a ban for Kanitama, because Segment can continuously reset the enemy unit because there's so much immunity going on. Cooldown reset of Segment will be only 2 turns, and that is very effective. Here we go, guys. It's going to be a bruiser draft for these 2 players, but they do have their respective good damage dealer, so the game can go down very, very quickly if something crazy happens. First stun strip, but no stun on the Yeonhong, which means she can strip or heal herself with her skill. That's going to be a strip on the Carno. This Carno might be in danger because the Masha can go straight into a kill here if she get the defense breakthrough. Immunity coming up from the Pata, and also a violent proc to heal the Yeonhong and providing big damage on this Carno. Carno is looking like he's gonna go down to the Masha, and the Masha is not gonna be able to take down the Carno. Carno surviving with 1 HP, but next turn the Yeonhong is about to move on. The Shizuka can potentially take down the Carno as well. Carno, we need to heal himself with a skill 2 here. No gonna go for the skill 3 for the damage and get the violent proc as well. Might be able to take down the Yeonhong if he crit all 3 hits. Is he going to go for it? He's going to go for the Masha, trying to dismount the Masha here. Heal himself back a little bit with the healing from the skill 2. Yeonhong's going to heal the Masha, giving both these units a turn. And also, the Masha is going to go again and do a lot of damage. But the main killer is going to be the Yeonhong here, finishing off the Carno. 1 unit down for MATSU, but his team is still strong with Mouse and Wusa being able to do a lot of damage, ignoring enemy defense. And the target will be the Yeonhong because she is a crazy damage dealer for Kanitama. MATSU is going to use all this buff for his mouse speed, going straight into the Yeonhong. And the biggest problem for Masha right now is that everyone on MATSU team is water. So it's not going to be easy for the Masha to do any real damage on the side of MATSU. Meanwhile, he's doing a lot of damage to the enemy Yeonhong. Pata looking for targets to stun, but everyone has immunity, so it's going to go for the wild blow on the Mouse. But we all know Mouse is very, very tanky, being built with speed, HP, and defense and resistance, so it's not going to go down anytime soon. But the Yeonhong with the healing available and the cooltime reduction from the Shizuka, allowing her to heal constantly and providing a lot more damage in turn for the team. And now she's back to being full HP. And she will also have the skill 2 available, but that's not going to be enough. Can Masha finish off the target? She would not crit the first hit to land her defense break, and the Moore is going to send a lot of damage onto Kanitama team, and the Wusa is going to have his shield and healing next turn. This Mouse in a lot of trouble here. If the Pata and the Masha manage to kill him, he's going to go down very, very soon. Unless, no, the Yeonhong's going to drop first, but the Mouse is going to pay the price as well. But remember, Kanitama has Shizuka, which means the Yeonhong is not truly out of the game just yet. She can come back from time to time to provide damage and healing for the team. But Moore and Wusa are both very strong damage dealer, and if they get their turns in, this might be troublesome for Kanitama. The Shizuka might drop before she can provide the revive for the Yeonhong. Big damage on the Moore, and the Pata is gonna finish off the Moore as well. This might be GG. Wusa, the last one standing, but he's not the kind that can solo 3 targets on the enemy team. He's in a lot of trouble right now because everyone is going straight for him, and he's not having any immunity right now. Pata looking for stun. Pata, can you get that stun? No, it's gonna go for the wild blow, and that would not be enough to blow the Wusa out of the match just yet. But the Shizuka is going to put defense break on the Wusa, and the Masha crit as well. More damage coming out from Kanitama, and he's going to take game 2. Perfectly executed, well drafted coming out from Kanitama. Round 3 in this round 3 is coming right up between MATSU and Kanitama, who will take this game home and move on to the next round to face Takuzo in the final. And this time, the pre-ban will probably go back to where it was with the Oliver and... Or maybe it's going to switch to a Changpeng Tian Lang pre-ban. No, it's going to be a more Tian Lang pre-ban. No more first pick for Matsu. And Kanitama, what would you do in this position? Will Matsu go for the Oliver first pick into Mouse Rakuni? Or will he stick with a Shizuka first pick? It's going to be the Oliver first pick. And over there, it's going to be the Nephthys Mouse once again. So we are seeing very similar draft to game 1. And this will also break away the trio Oliver, Mouse, Rakuni from Matsu. So he will have to go for the Praha and the Shizuka in this position, which means this will allow Kanitama to go for the Cigar and Chiwu to control this Praha and Shizuka. Is he going to go for the strip? Or is he going to stay safe and pick up a Juno and the Cigar? Because Juno is also pretty good in this position, taking away the counter of the Nephthys and countering the Shizuka with the same unit. He's going to go for Changpeng and Wusa instead, going for something to protect his team and something to control the enemy team at the same time. So seeing this, I think Matsu might be able to take up the Cigar here. He also have Lima in his position to go for more immunity and cleansing if he wants to. But maybe he's going to pick up a speed lead and something that we haven't seen before from his playstyle. It's going to be a Lima getting picked up by Matsu. And last pick, Volantis, will be the answer for this enemy draft. Because Volantis can cut in between the Changpeng strip into AoE revenge strip and despair and provoke and glancing. It is a very scary unit. So are we seeing a Juno last pick coming out from Kanitama? Because Juno can pretty much counter everything on the side of Matsu, and it's going to be a great force ban. And it's going to be a Juno last pick for Kanitama here. The Juno is definitely going to go out, which means potentially Kanitama will have to ban the Oliver and get the turn 1 advantage, or ban the Volantis so that his Changpeng can actually strip properly and maybe get some follow-up going in. With being Oliver or Volantis ban here for Kanitama. No, it's going to be a Lima ban for Kanitama. He will have to deal with a little bit of RNG from the Volantis here. Remember, the chance for Volantis to revenge is only 40%. It's not even that high, but it might happen. Here comes the first stun. Strip stun coming out from the Mouse. Will he go for the Praha for the stun here? He's going to go straight into the Shizuka, get a Vilepra as well, but doesn't get the attack by pushback. But Matsu's speed is way faster than Kanitama. He's going to get the strip of the Praha into the Oliver, pushing back the Changpeng. Missed the pushback on the Changpeng right now. That is not looking good, but at least the Shizuka is going to put up the protection for the team. And more control coming out from the Volantis. Get the provoke on the Wusa. That is very important right there. Not allowing the Wusa to get the immunity up. And there will be more damage roll-up coming out from this Volantis with a dot damage and Despair stun onto the Nephthys as well. Pra have the heal and the sleep available. And she is going to use it, and she will not sleep herself thanks to the immunity of the Shizuka right there. And the Oliver will have his reset available for the Wusa when the Pra wake him up. Reset will miss on the Wusa, but don't worry about it because Praha will have the strip available. Kanitama is in a lot of trouble here because the Changpeng doesn't have any skill and the Nephthys is not going to be able to put out the debuff thanks to the immunity on the side of MATSU. Here comes the Violent Proc from the Nephthys. There are 2 units of immunity. She is going to put on the debuff, but this, without any follow-up, is not a very good position to be in, and this will further strengthen the Shizuka skill 3. Pra is gonna shake out the debuff with the Violent Proc, get the strip on everybody on the side of Kanitama, and with Volantis follow-up, he might stun, doesn't get the stun, but did get the attack bar from the passive, and Oliver looking for a target right here. He needs to redeem himself with more cooldown reduction on the enemy. Doesn't get the Violent Proc though. But remember, Changpeng doesn't have any skill, and Wusa is going to take a lot of damage from this continuous damage right here. Moonlight Flood is going to get a Despair stun onto the Nephthys. And the Wusa will have the skill 2 available, and they're going to drop it onto the Pra to do damage and heal for the team. But the dot damage is way too much for this heal to matter. And more healing can be coming out from the Praha, and it will come out and sleep the entire enemy team as well. That will buy so much more time for the Shizuka skill 3. And Oliver with the skill 3 available going straight into the Changpeng, missing the attack bar, but that is not going to be an issue because the Volantis is going to shut down the Changpeng turn as well. The Mouse getting a Violent Proc, but everyone on Matsu's full HP, and he cannot get a stun on the Volantis. Shizuka will have skill 3 available in the next turn very soon. He'll probably get another Violent Proc, and Oliver with the cooldown reduction from the Shizuka will have every skill available, and Changpeng's being constantly controlled with the Volantis dropping another AoE, and that will control the Changpeng and the Mouse as well. Wusa's gonna go down. Shizuka will have every debuff on the field available, and that will be the perfect setup for the Praha and the Volantis damage, and everything on Kanitama team will soon go down. One unit will go down first. That's gonna be the Wusa, and the next one might be the Nephthys. Big damage coming out from the Oliver. 10,000 shutting down the Nephthys as well. And the Volantis will stun the rest of the enemy. And GG! Matsu will take game 3. The veterans strike again with this unstoppable momentum going into the final against Takuzo. Will he take the cake and eat it too and get to the APAC Regional Cup, or will Takuzo, being the final boss, stop him in his track? What an incredible player, guys. What an incredible player. He played every single style perfectly. You want strip control, you want protection, you want Mouse Rakuni. He can do everything to work against his opponent. And Matsu proving to everybody that he's not somebody that you should underestimate. He might have lost in the first day. A bad day. Everyone can have a bad day. But today, he came back strong and he destroyed every single opponent, moving into the final round against Takuzo. But Takuzo has been watching Matsu every single game. Matsu is the one feeling the tiredness, feeling the stress from SWC the entire day. Takuzo well rested, waiting into the final. Who's going to take the last ticket to the APAC Regional Cup? It's about to happen very, very soon. I'm so excited to see this best of 5 between these two ultra strong players battling it out for the final ticket. And after that, it's going to be a code at the final as well. I know a lot of you guys are watching at home. You guys are waiting. You guys are watching at this at 4 a.m. I read the chat earlier, and somebody has been losing sleep every single weekend because of SWC. I feel bad, man. I wish you can watch at a much comfortable time. But hey, if you're watching and this is 3 a.m. right now. Thank you. Appreciate that. And remember, after this, there'll be Europe qualifier later in like 3-4 hours. And that's going to be ultra exciting as well. There's just so much SWC going on every single weekend. So big shout out to you who are watching. And we're about to get into the highlight between these two players. Let's check it out. And that will wrap up round 3 of the losers bracket, and MATSU will be moving on to the final. Big shout out to KANITAMA for joining us in SWC 2023, and I hope I will get to see KANITAMA coming back here once again in next year. And the final is about to happen really, really soon, and I can't wait to see what they're going to do to one another, because these two players are so strong, their box is so deep. You can't see the depth of their runes, the unit quality, every single thing is on point. So this battle is about to be legendary, okay? Even though it's only the loser bracket, even though it is only the qualifier, but it has the quality of the world final right here between MATSU and Takuzo. Look at that perfect rematch. Losing 1-2 to winning 2-1. Settle down, guys. Grab your snack because the last match is about to start. The losers final, best of 5 between MATSU and Takuzo. And the pre-ban will be none other than Oliver Moore, to the strongest, most popular last pick in Summoners of Sky Arena RTA right now in every single rank possible. First pick for Takuzo. He'll be revenging his guilty in this game. I feel like they're all from the same guild. Jamaya first pick for Takuzo here. What is MATSU gonna do to deal with his Jamaya first pick that is so open-ended? You don't even know what he's trying to do. That's gonna be the Yeonhong first pick for MATSU, and potentially a speed leader. He's thinking about it. He's gonna go for Yeonhong Mouse for some high speed chase, big damage, aggressive turn 1, potentially together with a Rakuni. And the response to that will be the Praha potentially into a Ethna as well, trying to take that turn 1 back to him. Takuzo with the AoE defense break and the follow-up damage from the Ethna can be quite dangerous for the Yeonhong and the Mouse of MATSU. So what will he do? Is he going to pick up a fire healer? Maybe a segment to try to reset the Praha and outspeed the segment? I mean the Ethna? It's going to be Rakuni and Juno, 2 of the strongest fire unit getting picked up by MATSU. We might be seeing some sort of Suiki coming up here to deal with this. No, it's going to be some heavy damage with the Nikki and the Narsha. This match is about to end very, very quickly because both players are being very aggressive here. So will MATSU pick up a damage dealer? Or will he go for another healer like a Belio to try and cut in between? But from my experience, going with more healer right now would just make you a punching bag for Takuzo. So it's going to go for Volante to try to disturb the enemy, cutting in between, strip, glancing, provoke, and stop them in their track. So is it going to be the Nikki ban? Because the attack buff will make Narsha and Ethna insane. That's going to be a Nikki ban and Rakuni ban, putting some respect on the 3-star unit in the midst of Yeonhong and Volantis. Rakuni will be the ban. And here we go, guys. Can Takuzo go in straight with some big damage, or will MATSU survive and return all the fire with his Volantis? The Yeonhong actually going to take the first turn here because the Ethna is possibly going to be on violent, boosting the Volantis attack bar, allowing him to go for the strip and provoke. He's going to get the despair stun on the most important target, the Jamaya, so that it won't be able to cleanse the entire team. The Mouse going to go for the stun there, but couldn't get the stun on the Ethna, and the Ethna finally going to get a turn here. But if she get revenge by Volantis, this might be bad, but she's going to go for it anyway, get revenge, and eat the stun from the Volantis. Yeonhong have damage available, and that's going to be a lot of damage on this Ethna. Ethna's probably going to go down. Oh, not yet! The Jamai is going to get a violent pro, and the Praha is going to go in for the big heal, and the Ethna is going to be back to almost full HP. Juno, will you go for the strip? No, going to let the enemy team have the speed buff because you don't want to wake up the Praha. But that also means the Ethna is going to be lapsing the enemy team, and that's going to do a lot of damage onto the Yeonhong right there. Yeonhong's not going to go down just yet, and the Volant is going to try to buy some time. Despair stunning the Jamaya here, but is that going to be enough? Because the Narsha is going to go for the finishing move, and that's going to be on the Mouse. Mouse is going to go down to the Narsha, and the Yeonhong's going to go down to the Praha. This might be GG. So much damage coming from Takuzo, and there's nothing much you can do to stop it. No hero can in between. And the Juno is going to be the last one surviving soon. Volantis out of skill and might be the next target for this Narsha. Praha looking for the target. That's going to be the Juno here. You don't want to touch the Volantis because the revenge can stun you. And he's going to stun the Narsha, but Narsha is going to violent for out of stun, putting the defense back on the Volantis. Volantis is going to revenge stun again on the Narsha. Jeremiah is doing so much damage on this Volantis. Volantis is going to be eating even more damage from the Praha. Can Volantis stop this Praha or Jeremiah from moving any further? Is he going to do it? He's going to despair stun the Praha. No violent proc from the Narsha right there. Juno Going in through Jemaya, get the dispersion as well. Volantis has skill 2 available. Can he triple dispersion? He will not dispersion a single person. And Nasha's gonna take down the Volantis Juno, the last one standing. But remember, Juno can be a real threat. We have seen this before. Juno 1v3. It can happen. Just kidding. Pra has heal going. And that's gonna be speed buff for the Nasha as well. And this Nasha has the damage from the skill 2 as well. And that's gonna be a lot of damage. And GG! Takuzo will take game 1. So much damage coming from Takuzo. I love this team. Get ready for round 2 is about to happen, guys. Will Takuzo keep the momentum and picked up more aggressive draft and trying to beat MATSU as fast as possible? Because we know MATSU can be a real bruiser player if he wants to. Yes, round 2, we'll be seeing some sort of Yeonhong Nikki pre-ban because here comes the Narshan Lima pre-ban taking away Takuzo, biggest damage dealer in the previous game. Narsha, first pick for MATSU. Is he gonna take the Mora first pick and go for the turn 1? He's gonna go for the 33 lead instead, and that's gonna be Oliver first pick for MATSU. Takuzo, will you still lock in the Jemaya segment for the first turn possession? He's gonna lock in the Jemaya Yeonhong. He also have Yeonhong, and he's gonna steal it away from MATSU. So MATSU will have to go for a different high base speed unit this time. It can be Ethna, segment, mouse. There are many different things he can go for. Which one is he gonna pick up? Or is he gonna lock in the mouse Rakuni combo as well? It's going to be Karno and Shizuka for MATSU. There's no strip on MATSU team just yet. And Juno is going to get selected to deal with the Shizuka and potentially the debuff from the Karno as well. Is he going to steal the Praha as well and take all the Oracle away from MATSU? It's going to be Rakuni for Takuzo. It's going a bit safer this time, locking in more healers instead of aggressive damage dealer like last game, because MATSU is looking like it's going to go for the turn 2 and being very tanky as well. We might be seeing some sort of Tessarian Fire Monkey King here because they are extremely effective into Takuzo draft, and that's going to be Tessarian and Masha getting picked up by MATSU. He's going to show Takuzo that even him can use a Beast Rider to destroy the enemy. And what can Takuzo do in the last pick here? It's going to go for a heavy water last pick. And that's going to be the mouse. But he has to ban the Shizuka because there's no cooldown reset unit. And you can't let the Shizuka go crazy. But he's going to ban the Tessarian. And the mouse is going to get banned. But how is he going to deal with the Shizuka? Even with the Juno, the debuff is going to be extremely effective. Especially setting up the defense break for the Masha to finish off the enemy target. But what if the Masha go down very quickly due to the damage of the Yeonhong and the Juno? And the Masha is almost dropping from her beast. The Rakuni is going to boost a unit attack bar. and that's gonna finish off the Masha. But no, oh my god, he almost missed the kill on the Masha, but the Violent Burst is gonna be enough to take down the Masha Beast here. Without the Beast, there's gonna be no defense break, and that's gonna lose a lot of damage from the son of MATSU. Takuzo might be taking the lead here. Shizuka dropping the debuff, giving the Juno the speed buff that she needs. And there's no slow debuff coming out from this because the Kano hasn't taken a turn just yet. Kano's gonna drop his own slow debuff and a lot of damage on the enemy team as well. But the Juno is gonna use all that debuff to heal back to full HP. This Masha is about to go down very soon. But remember, a dead Masha is not a useless Masha when there's a Shizuka around. As long as you can set up some sort of defense break for her, she can still come back to life and kill. And right now, even before she dropped, she will take the Yonhong with her, not going down alone, Masha said. Shizuka probably gonna put the soul protection on this Masha to give her another chance of surviving. No, gonna put the soul protection onto the Chrono and reduce its cooldown. And the Yonhong is actually gonna be the one that dropped first in this game. But Masha is gonna go down as well right now. This MATSU team is still very, very tanky, and there's no direct damage on anyone on the side of MATSU. This Oliver saying that, and this Oliver is taking a lot of damage from both the Juno and the Jeremiah here. And this Carter doesn't have skill to stop the enemy from moving just yet, but he can still provoke and buy this Oliver some time. But seeing this Juno doing some massive damage every single turn, I'm not sure how long this Oliver can stay on the field. Shizuka stealing all the attack bar from the Juno, stopping her from moving further, and she's gonna revive the Masha potentially to take down the Juno, but no skill 2 for the Masha. She used it before she died, so no defense break coming up from this Masha, only a quick slow debuff onto the Dragon. Remember, the Karno has skill 3 available, but is that gonna be enough to stop the Juno? Juno moving in, not finishing off the Oliver just yet because she doesn't have the speed buff, but now she will. The slow debuff is on the Juno. Raccoon is going to cleanse the Dragon, doing damage on the Oliver. And Juno, can she take down this Oliver before he take down the Dragon? Oliver going straight into the Jeremiah, get the attack bar, but Juno's going to follow up after that to finish off the Oliver. 2v3, but Kano can be... Oh, that revenge despair stun onto the Shizuka. How dare you touch me, Juno said. And she's going to shut down the Shizuka for one turn. This is very big because when you despair stun revenge somebody, that unit have to move an entire turn just to cleanse the stun away. So that was almost a 2-turn control on that Shizuka. And Rakuni is doing everything he can to keep this Dragon alive. And the Dragon's doing some massive damage onto the Karno. The Juno's doing some massive damage on the Karno as well. This might be bad if the Karno doesn't violent from, because the Juno's going to heal everybody back to full HP. And she's going to have speed buff as well. That's going to do a lot of damage on the Karno. And the Karno will not proc a violent. And the Juno's going to strip all the buff on the side of MATSU. The dot damage is too much to handle. Shizuka have the skill 2 available, but remember, Takuzo team is full HP right now with the Juno heal, but the Masha have skill 2 available, going straight, but could not finish off the Juno. The Karno will gonna go for the skill 3, heal the Juno, and kill himself at the same time with the dot damage. Shizuka will now stand alone against the Dragon and the Rakuni, and one might say Rakuni is even stronger than the Dragon at this point because he can heal himself. The Dragon will destroy the Shizuka, and 2-0 for Takuzo. Oh my god, that Juno damage was out of this world. So much damage. Takuzo is on his momentum, riding this wave, finishing this game 3-0 potentially. We are going into game 3 between MATSU and Takuzo, and it might be the final game of today's matches. Can MATSU come back from the lowest position here? 2-0 in the best of 5. This is gonna be very, very hard for him. But hey, if one thing I know about Summoners War, that is anything is possible. Game 3, Starto. The pre-ban will be on Nikki and the Water Ryu. First pick for Takuzo, no Nikki this time, which means much less damage, but he can use the Narsha and maybe with a different attack buffer. It's gonna be Oliver first pick for Takuzo. MATSU no longer having the Water Ryu. He's gonna steal the Jamaya Yonhon first 2 pick coming out from Takuzo last time. So what's gonna be the answer? You are in the position that, oh, this time it's gonna take the Juno early. Not exactly countering anyone just yet, but a strong unit in general. Oh my god, he's actually taking a page out of MATSU's book with the Juno Praha early pick. 2 Oracle, holding hands into the final. One being a great damage dealer, the other being a great healer and a damage dealer at the same time as well. So what's going to be the answer for MATSU? He stole your favorite unit. How can you let him steal your girl like that, MATSU? And that's going to be the Thessarian potentially. It's going to be a Masha and the Rakuni coming out from MATSU. So he has damage, he has healing, but this will be a great position to pick some water unit for Takuzo, and that's going to be the Mouse with a speed buff from the Pra. Is going to be extremely deadly. And the Narsha last pick is not a bad idea. And that's going to be the Narsha last pick for Takuzo as well, locking in a lot of aggressive damage dealer here, which means MATSU, you can't even pick Leo to counter the speed of the enemy because you are locking in some sort of speedy team here. So he has to go for something different, and that might be a Carno, an Abelio, or something that can keep the team alive. Or maybe it can be aggressive with an Ethna as well if he chooses to do so. That's going to be a Thessarian last pick for MATSU, trying to kill that Narsha while she's on her beast. So, is it going to be a Rakuni ban? It might be a Rakuni ban. It might be. The only crazy healer. Yonhon is a great healer, but she might have to use her heal for the boost instead of healing. It's going to be a Yonhon ban. It's going to be the Mouse ban. MATSU will have his damage dealer, but Takuzo with the Narsha and the Praha can be very scary as well. First stun belongs to the Juno. Will she despair stun the entire enemy team like Eric gets stunned? No! Only 1 stun though, but that was more than enough to allow the Praha to sleep the entire enemy team. Narsha looking for a target here. Which one will it be? That will be the Masha, dropping her from the beast instantly with the skill 2. Oliver with the skill 3 available. Probably going to go for Rakuni. No, going to go straight into the Masha. Taking the Masha skill 2 away as well. Allowing Rakuni to boost with skill 2. But now without the beast, Masha is severely weakened. Not doing enough damage. Boosting the Jamaya, hoping for a violent prop maybe. But nothing really happened right there. Oliver missed the reset on the Thessarian. But the Narsha will not miss this chance to kill the Masha. And the Fire Beast Rider is out of the game. And the next target will be the Thessarian. Thessarian will need to take down the Narsha right now because that was whole. Oh my god, he did too much damage. And he accidentally killed the beast before he could oblivion the beast. And the Narsha was still going to be in the fight, providing more damage for Takuzo. And this Tissan's in trouble. This Nasha is still doing very good damage, and the Tissan's down to his knee. He's only having a little bit of HP left, and Rakuni is not going to be able to heal him in time, potentially. The Dragon is now going to have the reset available, but will he do it? He needs to get it done. Nope, he's not going to do it. And the Tissan's going to go down to the Praha damage. The Dragon will be the last damage dealer, but without defense break, he won't be hurting too much. And remember, the Juno is now onto him. And this is how Takuzo show you how to train the Dragon. Constantly dropping the damage on this Dragon. Eating so much damage, even Rakuni can't keep you alive. And that is something that you have to talk about in 2023. When Rakuni can't be enough to keep you alive, you are in deep trouble. More damage from the Dragon. The Dragon's taking all the damage possible to the Juno, the Praha, and the Dragon will go down. And Takuzo will be moving on to the APAC Regional Cup, beating MATSU 3-0. A clean final for Takuzo. GG! My prediction is gone again! Man, my man is serious. Takuzo brought business to the final. And that was the final, guys. That was very quick, very clean. Big shout out to every single player who played today because they did an amazing job. They came to SWC, and that is already an achievement on its own. MATSU climbing from the lowest point of the loser bracket, battling all the other strong players, get to Takuzo. But Takuzo was just such an amazing player, and there's nothing that he could do. His damage, his strategy was just so strong that a tired MATSU, after all the battle he had to go through, could not overcome the final boss. And Takuzo will be entering APAC as the other representative of Group C. And once again, huge congratulations to Takuzo for making it to the APAC Regional Cup, representing Group C, the Japanese prelim, in the APAC Cup later on. He lost to Kame-chan yesterday, but he came back strong today in the final of the losers bracket. And a huge shout out to every single player in this group. They did an amazing job. They're all incredible players, and I hope to see them once again in the SWC 2024. Look at MATSU, incredible performance. The greatest comeback of all time was not finished. We'll see him again next year. And let's take a look at the APAC Cup once again. Group A, we have Zishong, Duchan. Group B with Mel Mel and Yodayo. Group C with Kame-chan and Takuzo. Group D, who will be the last two players for the Asia Pacific Cup? We shall find out next weekend. The last two players, who will they be? The two strongest players from Group D. Who are you guys voting for? And that's it. That's it for today's matches for Group C. An incredible journey for the Japan prelim. And now we're at the part where you all have been waiting for the entire day, the entire night, for this one incredible moment. Big shout out to you while watching at home. Really appreciate that. You guys showed up, enjoying the matches, cheering for your favorite player, and there's nothing else I can ask for. So big shout out to you who skipped lunch, skipped sleep to watch Summoners Arena Championship 2023. And I had a blast watching the matches today with you guys. And it's about to happen very, very soon. The final code for the day is going to be on the screen right now. So take out your phone. If you're watching on a TV, take out your tablet and get ready to key in that juicy, amazing code that's about to be dropped really, really soon. And remember, if you like SWC 2023, don't forget to hit the like button for the stream and subscribe to the Esports channel so that you can catch the Europe prelim that is happening later in 4 hours. According to my watch right here, in 4 hours, the Europe prelim will happen, and some of your favorite players like Obabo, Rax are playing in the prelim later. So be there, cheer for them as well by not missing the stream, by subscribing to the Summoners Esports channel. Okay? And hey, thank you so much for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. I don't know what else to say besides giving you the final corner screen. Here we go. It is going to be 20 Eco Taipei 23 with 1 engraved scroll and 100 energy. Let's go, Taipei. Last group in the APAC region is about to happen next week. Okay? Once again, the coupon will be 20 Eco Taipei 23. And that is pretty much it for today. I have nothing else but to remind you that next weekend, the APAC prelim for Group D will happen at the same time, same place, on the same live stream. So, you know where I will be. You know where you will be next weekend. Okay, cancel your plan. Tell the girl you're about to meet, hey, I got SWC 2023 to watch. Sean be casting it. I gotta be there to watch the amazing matches with my boy. You know? Tell your mom that, Mom, next weekend I'm out. I got Group D to watch. It's about to be absolutely exciting. So that is all I have for you guys today. Summoners Arena Championship 2023 is absolutely incredible. So don't miss any stream at all. And big shout out to you who are watching. Thank you so much. And that is it for me today. I am just waiting for the stream to end. Man. Wow. My throat is dying, guys. If you're wondering, maybe there are two of you guys wondering, my throat is absolutely dying every single weekend. But it's all worth it because this is so much fun watching Summoners with the boys. What can be more fun? I see some of you guys sending me screenshots. You watching these on your TV, lying down with your wife or whatever, just having a good time watching some Summoners action. And I like that. So if you're still here, I don't know why you're still here. This is like the end of the stream already. You can go. No more code, guys. But thank you from me. And I'll see you guys next weekend.